Karma can help you build your credit.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
So many cute shoes. I want them all.
Hey, Karama, why don't you try growing more feet?
I don't need more feet to buy more shoes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Zulily, something special every day.
Oh, ask me! Ooh, ask me! Come on, ask me! Are monsters real? No. No. No? Then maybe actually they are real. No. No. Yes! They're fake. They're just in your head. I have monsters under my bed. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Monsters aren't real because if they would be, then I would see them out of my condo floor. Monsters are not real because we cannot see them. Monsters are not real because some kids don't have doors to their closets. Monsters aren't real.
Get ready for the 9th dimension. Robbie is an elite Earth member of Team Quantum.
Team Quantum!
A team of heroes.
Hero time!
That saves the universe from numerous enemies. Cosmic Quantum Ray. Here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear.
As you know, Aunt Lucy, things are always happening to me. I'm just that sort of bear. For instance, the other day, when Mr. Curry asked me to help him pick crab apples for his jelly, I found myself out on a limb.
Bear, get down this instant before you break my branch.
His branch? I'm more worried about my leg. I was just trying to get that ripe apple up there, Mr. Curry. Perhaps I can help you make the jelly now. Bears are good at making jelly.
I'll get that apple myself. And don't forget to clean up after yourself.
Mr. Curry is forever wanting to get something for nothing. Mrs. Bird calls it taking advantage of others. But on that day, I suspect Mr. Curry wishes he'd managed without me.
Ouch!
This patient is suffering from haberdactylitis. I'm afraid this doesn't look good.
What began as a simple trip to the hospital to get his leg examined turned into a 2-week stay for Mr. Curry.
Haberdactylitis.
What did he say? Haberdactylitis? Nurse! Nurse! Can't you water those plants quietly? I can't hear Grant Dexter.
We're going to have to operate. But first, we need to put this patient in an ice bath to lower his body temperature.
Maybe you can help cure Mr. Curry, Dr. Grant Dexter. No one knows what's wrong with him.
That Mr. Curry is taking advantage of Paddington, playing on the poor bear's guilt. If you ask me, Mr. Curry will be coming out of the hospital when it suits him, and not a minute before. He has a relapse every time the doctor says he's getting better.
After 2 weeks' worth of visits, everyone had had enough. It was finally my turn to pay Mr. Curry a visit. Oh. I had always wanted to visit a hospital. So long as I wasn't a patient. Excuse me, I'm looking for Mr. Curry. I decided I had better find Mr. Curry myself. Oh. I soon found an office that was just like the one Grant Dexter had in the Daredevil Doctor. It even had Grant Dexter's spinning chair. Whoa!
Hello?
Hello?
I thought my 1:30 appointment was cancelled. I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Hines. Now, what seems to be the problem?
I think it's my head.
Of course, why else would you need to see a psychiatrist?
A psychiatrist?
I'm the head man after all.
The head man? Good. Since you're in charge, perhaps you know where Mr. Curry is.
Suppose we begin by playing a game of word association. Each time I call out a word, you give me another one with the opposite meaning, right?
Wrong.
Hold on.
Let go.
No.
Yes, yes.
Let's start again. I'll count down 1, 2, 3, go.
Stop!
We finished!
We've started!
Why did I ever get into this business? I should have my head examined.
Perhaps you would like to talk about it, Mr. Hines.
He wore a blue duffel coat and a funny red hat. Find him quickly.
Soon, the whole hospital would be looking for a bear in a blue duffel coat and red hat.
But they wouldn't be looking for Dr. Paddington Brown!
Yes, well, we're just missing one visitor for our international forum. Here you are. Now, I am Sir Archibald. This is Dr. Hasagawa from Japan, Dr. Madanda from India, Dr. Michaud from France, and Dr. Petricelli from Italy.
Dr. Petricelli from Italy? But my name is Paddington Brown, and I'm from darkest Peru.
Darkest Peru? Oh, what a learning experience this will be, Dr. Brown. We'll start off with a real mystery illness. No sign of injury, and yet this patient claims he can't move his leg. Perhaps there's some South American cure that can help this man. What do you make of these X-rays, Dr. Brown?
As pictures, they're not much to look at. All they show, a lot of old bones.
Old bones? Amazing! The patient looks better already. Ooh.
Oh, my leg! I seem to have suffered a relapse.
Yes. But what is he suffering from, Doctor?
I think it's hobodocolitis.
Hobodocolitis?
Tell me, is it possible to operate?
Oh, yes. Dr. Grant Dexter does it all the time. But I shall need a bath of ice. And a box to stand on.
And
I'm not sure, Sir Archibald. We may have to leave the patient on ice until after the next episode of Daredevil Doctor.
Keep that bear away from me. Stay away. I'm fine. I want to go home. Let me out of here!
extraordinary. Well, there's a lot to be said for the old methods of treatment, Dr. Brown. There?
Sir Archibald said he could think of a few more patients I might be able to cure. But I still felt guilty about Mr. Curry. I tried to make it up to him by doing some odd jobs, picking up here and there. I think I should have sent him a get well card instead.
What comes with 28 boxes, 33 fashion surprises, and 2 exclusive Boxy Girls, Everly and Stevie? The Boxy Girls Big Box. More surprises,
More fun, more excitement, more fashion in a big box way. You can get your Boxy Girls Big Box for $29.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Clothing and accessory styles may vary. Must be 18 years or older to order.
The unboxing Boxy Girls.
Shimmies are stuffed animals covered in glittery sequins. Flip the sequins to create amazing designs. Design them over and over for endless fun. They're sparkly, they're snuggly. Shimmies.
$19.99 with a free gift and free shipping. Colors and styles may vary. Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately.
You always pay your insurance on time. Tap one little bumper and up go your rates. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Newsflash, nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Switch and you could save $782 on home and auto insurance. Call 1-844-605-9779 for a free quote today. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Kinetic sand! It's so squeezy good, you'll think you're at the beach. You can squish it, mold it, squeeze it, and shape it.
It feels like wet beach sand.
It's everything you need to build real sand castles at home. You can get the Kinetic Beach Sand Set for $18.99 plus $5.99 processing and handling. You can go online at www.kineticsandbeach.com to find out more. Must be 18 years or older to order. Additional sand sold separately.
Some think she's a wild child. I know, that's my trouble. But she's just a spunky girl with a big imagination. I certainly have. Meet Pippi Longstocking. But you can call me Pippi. She can blow a ship out to sea and see the good in everything. Pippi outwits them all with ease and turns an average day into an awesome adventure. Hang with Pippi and be ready to expect the unexpected. Take a ride with Pippi Longstocking, only on Qubo.
Hey kids, want to learn the secrets to becoming a millionaire? Then I know a club that's just for you. Warren Buffett's Secret Millionaires Club on Qubo.
One of the nicest things about France, Mr. Gruber, is the bread. It's so long. It's like getting 20 buns for the price of one.
Ah! Now remember, Mr. Brown, as my assistant, I expect you to find some interesting goings-on for my book, The World and Its Wonders. That's why we've come to France.
Yes, Mr. Gruber. I am honored to help.
Oh, Mr. Gruber, mon ami. Venez, come in for some fresh croissant. And you too, Monsieur Lebel.
Thank you, Monsieur Dupont.
Tour de France. Tour. To go around. To go around. France. On a bicycle. Mr. Gruber asked me to keep my eyes open for any interesting subjects for his book. And what could be more interesting than people going around France on bicycles? Back in England, they'd take the bus.
Ah, yes, the Tour de France.
It is an event not to be missed.
You mean you already know about it, Mr. Gruber?
Yes, Mr. Brown. Don't you agree, Monsieur Dupont? The tour deserves mention in my book.
Bien sûr, of course. 20 days. A grueling race.
A race? But I thought it was a tour.
It is both. And tomorrow it comes through our village. It is our moment of glory. Afterwards, people will forget Saint-Castile ever existed. But today the whole of France will see us on television.
And to think, Mr. Brown, we shall be a part of it.
Mr. Gruber said we would be a part of the Tour de France. But how could I do that if I didn't have a bicycle? Aha! My problem was solved.
I will lend you my tricycle, but there is one small condition.
Some conditions aren't so small.
Merci, mademoiselle. Now, what's keeping Mr. Brown? Perhaps he's in his room. I hope my assistant is finding out some interesting facts about the Tour de France.
Luckily for Mr. Gruber, he didn't realize that that's exactly what I was going to do. Cleaning and oiling a tricycle is a lot harder than I thought it would be, especially the sort with 3 wheels. Ah, now for a little oil. Good as new. What shall I do next? Now where did this go again? Well, it can't be very useful, or it would fit somewhere. Now for a test ride. Tricycling is hard work. And to think people ride all around France. And not just in their rooms. Now for a good night's sleep. Oops, another problem. I finally found a way to lie in bed without leaving paw marks all over the sheets.
Monsieur Lebert is very good at making messes, no?
Yes, it is one of his strong suits. But where is he? The Tour de France is on its way to the village. Poor Mr. Brown. He's going to miss everything, and he so likes being in the thick of things.
It's funny how Mr. Gruber knows what's going on, even when he's not there to see it for himself. I don't think I could ever have been more in the thick of things than I was at that moment.
Mr. Brown?
Monsieur Lebert? Oh, Monsieur Lebert!
That's
plus
it!
Vite, plus vite,
Pedal!
oui, plus vite!
Faster!
Tu vas gagner!
Oh, Monsieur Lebert, you should not be in the race. Oh.
But how can I be part of the Tour de France if I'm not in it?
That's it. Don't fall back.
Oh, mais c'est pas possible! Non!
Bravo, Monsieur Lebert.
I'm winning! I'm winning!
Hurry to the town square.
Quel honneur! Monsieur Lebert is bringing glory to our village.
I had done such a good job oiling my tricycle that I didn't even have to pedal. So, that extra part was the brake lever. Help!
Whoa!
Your brakes, Mr. Brown. Use your brake lever.
I can't. It's in my hotel room.
Monsieur Lebert, through here.
Merci, Monsieur Dupont.
Monsieur Lebert!
Mr. Brown! Mr. Brown!
I'm all right.
Monsieur Lebert! Monsieur Lebert!
But I think I'm in trouble again.
But far from being in trouble, Mr. Paddington Brown is now a local hero because he helped put Saint-Castille on the map. Now, people come from all over to see the room where the famous Monsieur Lebert stayed. Monsieur Dupont sells many buns as supplied to Monsieur Lebert. Isn't it wonderful how everything works out for the best?
It is, Mr. Gruber. And I have some unusual souvenirs for my scrapbook. I just wish my tire would stay put. Dear Aunt Lucy, yesterday evening, the Browns told me that I'd be attending my very first charity ball. All I needed to do was find something to wear. And, of course, learn how to dance. Which is easier said than done.
Was that the door, Henry?
No, Mary. That was Paddington. Only a bear would do the tango at 6:30 on a Saturday morning.
Don't be cross with him, dear. He was having trouble with his turns last night.
And I'm having trouble with my sleep this morning.
Yes? Good morning, Mr. Brown. Dancing is harder than it looks. My legs keep getting tangled up.
Yes, I see what you mean, Paddington.
I think I'd better ask Mr. Gruber for some help.
That's a very good idea.
Over the years, Mr. Gruber has advised me on lots of topics, and I was sure he would be able to offer a word or two on the subject of dancing. I didn't know you could dance, Mr. Gruber.
Everyone is doing it, Mr. Brown. Why, anyone who is anyone is going to tonight's ball.
I'm afraid they don't have many ballrooms in darkest Peru, Mr. Gruber. So I don't know how to
Mind you, it's a long time since I tripped the light fantastic.
It's the tripping part that worries me.
Then I have just the thing for you. This is by a very famous dancer called Miguel Vasquez. He's judging tomorrow night's competition.
Learning to dance in the beginning stage. You can follow the steps on the printed page. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. If you learn these steps, you can dance all night. First we'll learn a clockwise turn. That means turning to the right. Let's not miss the counterclockwise twist. That means turning to the left. Make your partner grin with a clockwise. Keep your feet on the floor. Clockwise means turn to the right. Counterclockwise means turn to the left. If you learn these directions, your left from your right, you'll move with ease and dance all night.
Twist counterclockwise and 2 steps to the right.
I'm going to put my foot down.
Some of those footprints are marked clockwise. Others are marked counterclockwise. It isn't easy trying to work out which ones to follow and watch the clock at the same time.
Learning to dance?
Which is easier said than done.
Paddington, let me show you something. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You aren't as stiff as the hat rat, Mr. Brown.
Henry!
Ah, yes. Well, yes, I think those are enough pointers, Paddington.
Something told me that that was the last time Mr. Brown and I would dance together for quite some time.
Oh. Mr. Brown, so pleased to meet you. I'm Mrs. Smith-Chomley. I'm hosting tonight's charity ball. That's Mr. Vasquez and his dance team. I see you've been doing some homework. If Mr. Vasquez has trouble with his steps, he'll know where to come. I didn't say he has got trouble. I only said if.
Don't worry, Mr. Vasquez. I'm coming. It's all on page 45.
Go away. You're ruining my demonstration. Go away. Wait, that sounds like a fire alarm. Oh no! Fire! Fire!
Hurry! Fire! It's all right. It's only my alarm clock.
2 minutes. We've only been here 2 minutes.
And now it's time for the dance competition. and I want everyone to join in. The first prize is this magnificent food basket.
All this talk of food just made me hungry, and since no one was going to ask me to dance, I decided to have a marmalade sandwich instead.
You heard what Mr. Vasquez said. Everyone has to join in.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Smith-Chumley. I'd love to.
Oh, all right.
Do you come here often?
No. And I'd be obliged if you'd find someone else to put your paws.
I can't. I'm afraid I'm stuck in your straps.
Ah! Ah! My back! There's some hideous creature crawling down my back.
Let me see. It's not a hideous creature. It's only some marmalade chunks.
Marmalade chunks?
Just look at them. My dance lesson with Paddington certainly paid off.
If you twist a little more, I might be able to grab it.
I didn't teach him that step.
What form? What agility? What rhythm?
I think I can reach it if you bend over.
Bravo! I say bravo! I believe we have found our winners! You two must join my dance team for our final demonstration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vasquez. But I think I shall need another marmalade sandwich. And I know just what to do with the food hamper. Lots of people ask me where I learned to dance. I told them all you need is an alarm clock, plenty of practice, and one marmalade sandwich with extra chunks.
Oh, what a sobrino I have.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
We love to squish our squeeze-a-malls, squeeze them down and watch them grow. They squish and squeeze and feel amazing. They're soft and cute and feel so crazy. Watch them rise back into size like magic right before your eyes. Squeeze-a-malls are unbelievably soft and squishy. You won't ever want to put them down. And they're scented too. They smell so good. You'll want to squeeze them all. We love to squish our squeeze-a-malls, squeeze them down and watch them grow.
Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately from Beverly Hills Teddy Bear.
Most people don't know that pharmacy prices vary wildly and that insurance isn't always your best bet. GoodRx is an easy way for Americans to save up to 80% on their prescriptions. You type in the name of your prescription, you find a coupon, and save. GoodRx works at virtually every pharmacy in America. This year, we'll save Americans over $1 billion on their prescriptions. There's no membership required with GoodRx. It's totally free, and we don't need any personal information. Go to GoodRx.com to see if you can save on your prescriptions.
At Dia, it's time for every woman to find something amazing to wear.
Amazing, wow. Every city and every town. One box, two box with shipping style for free. You can always send it back, only pay for what you keep. That looks great, we love your style. So show off your amazing from classy to wow. This city are amazing, wow. Every city and every town. Style loud, style proud.
Sign up for amazing at Dia.com today.
I wish Grandma was here already.
Wish upon a bow. When you make a wish, you will see me glow.
Say hello to magical Wish Me puppies. Kiss their nose and their bow glows. Make a wish.
I wish I could have a party.
Blow a kiss, and it's lights out and dreams away. You can choose your favorite Wish Me puppy for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to wishme.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Ask me! Ask me! Ask me! How old do you wish you were? 5 years old. 14? 20? 101. 2000. I wish I was 8. 16 years old. So I can ride my own bike. I wish I would be 10 because 10 years old get to do big people stuff which little people don't. I wish I was 10 because my friends are 10 and I could run faster. I wish I was 10 because I'd like to be big, but still to be a kid. 100! I wish I was a grown-up. I would like to be 1. I wish I was 13. I wish I was 25. I wish I was 100. You would be dead.
This is Daniel Cook, and he loves to have fun. And he also loves to learn. Join Daniel Cook as he explores the world. Watch This is Daniel Cook, here on Qubo.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. Dear Aunt Lucy, yesterday in the newspaper, I read about hundreds of people stuck underground, and I started thinking that it was time someone rescued them.
Paddington? What on earth are you doing?
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. I'm rescuing the people stuck underground.
People? Under the ground?
It says right here, hundreds stuck in underground.
Oh, Paddington. It means in the underground.
That's it. Underground. Down there.
Paddington, the underground is the name of a train that travels under the ground. People ride on it.
Really? There's nothing like that in darkest Peru.
Well, if you hurry up with your breakfast, Judy and I will take you for a nice ride on the underground.
Hurrying with breakfast was something I was very good at. The grapefruit, though, was a bit of a problem.
Paddington, do hurry.
I decided to take the rest of my breakfast along for later. And you never know when a nice crisp piece of bacon might come in handy.
Really? You're the stickiest bear I've ever met.
There seems to be a smell of bacon everywhere this morning. Can you smell it, Paddington?
Yes, it's very strong.
Here we are. Come along. Down we go.
Thank goodness someone's already dug the hole for us.
Now, don't lose your ticket.
An inspector may want to see it. And please stay with us. You mustn't get lost.
Bears never get lost. This is my bacon for later.
Paddington?
Halt! I say halt!
Shoo, I say, shoo! Dear, I have a funny feeling that today is going to be one of those days.
Yes, I certainly hope so.
The next train will be arriving in 1 minute.
Oh dear, it's happened. Paddington is lost.
Well, it happened. Judy and Mrs. Brown were lost.
Here, young fellow. You can't bring your dogs on the underground. Strictly against the rules.
But they're not my dogs. You see, in darkest Peru, we don't have an underground, and these dogs followed my bacon, and Judy and Mrs. Brown are lost.
Lost, you say? What do they look like?
Mrs. Brown has a hat with pink flowers. Well, just like that one.
Not so fast there.
Excuse me, Inspector. We're looking for a young bear. He's about so tall, wearing a dark blue duffel coat.
Up there!
Thank you ever so much.
They wanted my bacon that I brought for breakfast.
Oh, I'd like to get my hands on that fellow. Your lost friends are downstairs looking for you, Mr. Bear.
Mrs. Brown, Judy.
My scarf! Come back!
Hello. I'm so glad I found you.
Wait for us at the bottom, Paddington.
Oh. My suitcase. Mrs. Brown, Judy.
Oh, I do hope Paddington will think to wait for us at the next station.
This isn't mine. My briefcase. Thank goodness.
My bacon and my marmalade sandwich. Thank goodness.
You must like marmalade.
Oh, yes. Don't you?
I have to. I travel in marmalade.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
I mean, that's my job. I sell it. Let me give you one of my samples.
Thank you very much. I've never had travelling marmalade before. Except for the marmalade my Aunt Lucy gave me for my journey over from darkest Peru.
Did you say you're from Peru?
Oh, yes. My Aunt Lucy still lives there, in the home for retired bears.
Oh, no, no! He's going back.
Travelling on the underground is like going in circles. I ended up right where I started.
My scarf, if you please.
Sorry.
Bringing dogs into the underground? Stealing a lady's scarf? All serious offenses they are. Where's your ticket?
I didn't steal the scarf. It just got caught in my suitcase. And my ticket is... I'm sure it's here somewhere. Hope I haven't eaten it by mistake.
Eaten it? That's a very serious offense. I shall have to take you into custody.
No, no. I need to wait for Judy and Mrs. Brown.
Halt! I said halt!
The red button said emergency. And if ever there was an emergency, this was it.
Ha! There you are.
Ha! There you are.
I must say, despite all the trouble you've caused, thank you for helping us catch this ruffian. We've been after him for a long time. What's your name, young fellow?
Paddington Brown.
It's an honor, I'm sure. Yes, an honor.
So, Paddington, how did you enjoy your first trip on the underground?
Well, the inspector was rather nice. In the end. There you are. Though I'm afraid it must be cold by now. You're welcome.
So that's why.
Good old Paddington.
And then, me dear Lucy, I told Mrs. Brown that the next time we ride on the underground, she should hold my paw so that she doesn't get lost again.
Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls.
There's no stopping the unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy.
You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. And we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
This is the exact stroller I was looking for.
Karen, are you telling people?
No, I'm not telling people. I just got excited.
I get it. You want to scream it from the treetops.
Nobody knows I'm pregnant.
It's a girl.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Or a boy.
Or a boy. Or a boy.
Zulily, something special every day.
Cozy wings! Cozy wings! Wrap around, flap around, nap around. Cozy wings!
Cozy Wings! The wraparound magical wings that let you be anything. The double-sided super soft microfiber surround you in cozy warmth, so you're safe and sound while you nap around. You can choose your style of Cozy Wings for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online at buycozywings.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Cozy wings!
Why are you checking your credit score? You don't want to live with Mom and Dad forever, do you? How do I check my credit score? Credit Karma. Don't worry, it's free.
Credit Karma. Give yourself some credit.
Introducing Surprise-A-Mals. Pop goes each surprise-a-ball.
So many different animals.
You can collect them all. Surprise-A-Mals are cute, cuddly stuffed animals. There are so many different ways to play and so many to collect. Now with Mama and Baby too. They're so much fun.
Surprise-A-Mals, Surprise-A-Mals. Which one will you get?
From Beverly Hills Teddy Bear, each sold separately.
Follow Paddington Adventures, the curious bear.
My uncle in Peru taught me how to predict the weather from the smell of the wind.
Loves to have a good time.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. In fact, it's rather fun.
And no matter the situation,
Bears have very keen eyes.
he is always willing to help.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Bears always fall on their feet.
The Adventures of Paddington Bear, here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
We were in Japan to research sumo wrestling for Mr. Gruber's book, The World and Its Wonders. A rikishi? The kinboshi haya?
A rikishi is a young sumo, Mr. Brown. And the kinboshi haya is the sumo school we're going to visit today. Fascinating. So this is a haya.
Hello, I am the Okayata, the teacher here.
I am Paddington Brown from Darkest Peru.
Erikishi from Darkest Peru. Right this way.
Young Mr. Brown isn't here to become a sumo. He's here to help me research a book I'm writing.
Are you sure? I see great promise in him. He has a warrior's fire in his eyes. Yes, that's it. Where did you learn such a powerful stare?
My Aunt Lucy taught it to me. It's been handed down.
Very fierce indeed. Perhaps you can do us the honor of teaching it to our Rikishi.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I promised my Aunt Lucy never to reveal the secret.
Ah, yes. Tradition. Perhaps you would like to join our class for the day.
It might be good research for your book, Mr. Gruber.
Please join the class in the back. I will see that Mr. Gruber receives a tour of the haya.
Is this the sumo class? A sleeping sumo. Where's my camera? Pardon me, my name is Paddington... Whoa! I don't think he likes me. It's a good thing for him Mrs. Bird isn't here.
Ah, there you are. While Mr. Gruber is touring the haya with my secretary, you can sit in on a real Rikishi training session. This sand shifting exercise builds upper body strength and lower body balance. Perhaps you would like to try. Well done, Rikishi.
Bears are good at shifting sand.
It is time for dojo training. The purpose of sumo is to force your opponent out of the dojo, this specially marked combat circle. The first one out of the circle is the loser. If you both step out of the circle, the one whose feet touch the ground first loses the match. Each of you will have a turn to try to defeat Hiroshi.
Oh no, not him again.
Hajime! Next! Next!
Oops. Next.
I think it's time someone taught that bully a lesson. Oh dear, I think that's me.
He is so puny. I will squash him like an ant.
I'm beginning to wish Mrs. Bird was here after all.
Hajime! Begin! Oh, lunch! The training will continue in the dining area.
Phew, saved by the bell. I hope it's a long lunch. It seems eating is a very important part of sumo training.
Try to keep up with Hiroshi, but don't feel badly if you can't. After all, he is our champion eater.
May I have some more, please?
More? More chankonabe? But there is no more.
Ooh. No more chankonabe? Well, don't worry. I have plenty of marmalade. Not only was he a big bully, but he didn't like marmalade. Imagine that.
And now for the most important part of a Rikishi's training. Sleep.
The snoring was keeping me awake, so I decided to carry on with my tour.
Quickly, it's time for the tournament.
A tournament? Just what Mr. Gruber needs for his book.
Oh, your young friend seems to have disappeared, Mr. Gruber.
I do hope he doesn't miss the big tournament.
Ah, do not worry. I don't think he will miss it.
Everyone came dressed for the occasion. I kept my duffel coat on, and everyone seemed to like it. And then everything got quiet. Oh! It was finally time to teach that bully a lesson once and for all.
The bear wins! The bear wins? But how?
Hiroshi stepped out of the circle first, and the bear's paws haven't yet touched the ground.
Okayata, you are happy because I lost?
No, Hiroshi. I am happy because you have learned humility, one of the most valuable lessons of all.
Thank you, Paddington's son. And could I please try that marmalade now?
Dear Aunt Lucy, yesterday the strangest thing happened. There was a knocking sound, but I couldn't tell where it was coming from. You'll be pleased to know I'd overslept, and it was only a bad dream. Until, wide awake, I still heard the knocking. And guess what? Someone was putting up a shed in the garden. I must tell the others. Have you seen the new shed in the garden?
We're looking at the new shed in the garden.
You mean you know?
Sure, Paddington. It's a surprise birthday present for Dad. It's a sauna. You sit inside, pour water on heated up stones to make steam, and the steam opens up the pores in your skin.
What if you have fur?
Don't know really. Anyway, after the sauna, you pour a bucket of cold water over yourself.
Mrs. Brown and Judy worked hard convincing Mr. Brown to go shopping with them, so it can be a surprise when he gets home.
Perhaps I could test it for him, Mrs. Bird.
Certainly not. You can have a closer look, but no going inside. It's Mr. Brown's present, and he must have the first go.
Bear! Oh. Was that you making all that noise just now?
Oh, no, Mr. Curry. It woke me, too.
Did you say woke me? I never sleep. What's all that smoke? I have a good mind to report it.
It's a sauna, and it's for Mr. Brown's birthday.
A sauna, eh? I've never tried one of those.
It's supposed to be very good for you. You should try it sometime.
That's very kind of you, Bear. There's no time like the present. Come along. You can help me find my towel.
I didn't say you could. I only said Mr. Brown might. Oh, dear.
Look over in that corner, will you, Bear?
Mr. Curry, I'm not sure you understood what I meant.
Of course I did. The stones heat up, you pour water over them, and voila! Steam!
I think I'm in trouble again.
Ah, yes, a nice sauna. Now, I mustn't forget to lock up. As it's my first sauna, I think I shall take my time.
Lock up? Mr. Curry had given me an idea. I was saved. I'd bought a lock for Mr. Brown for his tool shed, but it seemed to me it would be better to put it on the door of the new sauna to keep Mr. Curry out. Then I heard the same knocking that had woken me up in the morning. At first, it was more muffled than before. Excuse me, is anyone there?
Yes, there is. Let me out at once.
Mr. Curry? Coming. Don't worry, I've only got to set up my birthday date, the 25th of June.
It's not the 25th of June, and it's not your birthday. It's Mr. Brown's. Bear! I'm being boiled alive in here.
I see what you mean. You look just like one of those lobsters they have at the fish stalls in the market. Don't worry, Mr. Curry. I've just the thing. Stand by, Mr. Curry.
You're making more steam!
That's when I remembered. Jonathan said the bucket of water is for after the sauna. I thought it might be time to call in an expert.
Hello, Goldie's Locks. We've got the lock that's just right.
Oh, hello, Mr. Goldie. It's me, Paddington Brown. It's about the lock you sold me. I'm afraid I've forgotten the combination.
That's no problem, Mr. Brown. Bring it down and I'll open it for you.
I can't really bring the lock down, Mr. Goldie. It's locked to the door of Mr. Brown's new sauna, and Mr. Curry is stuck inside.
Well, you can cut it off or try to open it like one of those thieves on the telly. You know, listen for the tumblers to click and crack it open, as they say.
Thank you for the advice, Mr. Goldie. Mr. Curry, please, I know this will be difficult for you, but you must be absolutely quiet for the next few minutes.
I can be quiet. Quiet as a mouse. Just please let me out of here.
Hello?
Good morning. Goldie's Locks here. Tell Paddington I remember the combination. It's his birthday. Now we can get Mr. Curry out.
Paddington locked Mr. Curry in the sauna?
We're home.
I'll go and help Paddington.
I'll keep your father talking.
Paddington! The locksmith called and said the combination is your birthday.
But I tried my birthday.
Which one? Don't forget bears are like the Queen. They have 2 birthdays a year.
December the 25th, my other birthday. How could I forget? Ah! Well, at least I got one thing right. The bucket of cold water after the sauna.
Mrs. Bird, you mind? What would I want with a sweater? I don't even have my coat off.
Surprise!
Happy birthday!
Oh, and what do we have here?
It's your new sauna, and it's all ready to go.
Ha! Ready indeed.
Is that you, Mr. Curry? I vote we all have a nice hot sauna. Would you care to join us?
You won't catch me in that monstrosity. I've half a mind to report it.
I wonder what got into him.
I think perhaps he's all steamed up about something, Mr. Brown.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
What comes with 28 boxes, 33 fashion surprises, and 2 exclusive Boxy Girls, Everly and Stevie? The Boxy Girls Big Box. More surprises, more fun, more excitement, more fashion in a big box way. You can get your Boxy Girls Big Box for $29.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Clothing and accessory styles may vary. Must be 18 years or older to order.
The unboxing Boxy Girls.
Most people don't know that pharmacy prices vary wildly and that insurance isn't always your best bet. GoodRx is an easy way for Americans to save up to 80% on their prescriptions. You type in the name of your prescription, you find a coupon, and save. GoodRx works at virtually every pharmacy in America. This year, we'll save Americans over $1 billion on their prescriptions. There's no membership required with GoodRx. It's totally free, and we don't need any personal information. Go to GoodRx.com to see if you can save on your prescriptions.
You always pay your insurance on time. Tap one little bumper and up go your rates. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Newsflash, nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Switch and you could save $782 on home and auto insurance. Call 1-844-605-9779 for a free quote today. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's time to free your style with Dia.com because we think handpicked style can come for free. Think you heard wrong?
Think again.
free shipping, free returns, and if you keep anything, your professional styling fee is free.
Your own personal stylist.
Because the best way to free your style is to get a lot of style and finally feel free. It's easy to get started because every woman should be able to wear what she loves. Now, free your style and visit dia.com today.
What's the best thing about going to the dentist? The best thing about going to the dentist is you get to play games at the front. The best thing about going to the dentist is the toys. Bracelets, stickers, even stuffed animals. But little ones, you get toys. Toys. 5 toys. Oh, I know that. Because when you go to the dentist, after the dentist looks at your teeth, after he gives you something. He gives you like a toy and a new toothbrush. Or you got a cavity. Ow. And don't worry. Here, have some milk and I'll make you feel much better. I'll make you cover your cavity. Okay? Now you have to get your teeth filled in. Okay? Throw water in and then Mr. Sucky Man will suck it all out. He's just air. And I'll spit it all out in the big sink. There you go. And now here's a lollipop. And now go home. Go on, little girl.
Here's George, and here's Martha, 2 very happy hippos. Watch all of their adventures and learn what makes their friendship so much fun, right here on Qubo.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind. I'm Paddington Bear.
You always told me to save my money for a rainy day, Aunt Lucy. So you'll be happy to know that's just what I've been doing. Putting all of my money in the bank was a very wise decision. Now it would always be safe and sound. What? Robbery at Floyd's bank? But that's where my money is. Oh!
When Paddington puts on his Wellington boots, there's sure to be trouble. But turning right when he always goes left could mean catastrophe.
Attention, Unit 1. Proceed to Floyd's bank in case the thieves return to the scene of the crime. Over.
Hey? Possible shifty suspect spotted in front of the bank. Over.
Stay where you are, Unit 1, and keep your eyes on him.
I had decided to withdraw all my money from the bank, but I had to be careful. The robbers had struck once, and they might come back for more.
Suspect took something from a suitcase and headed towards the bank.
Oh, can I help you?
I've come to see Mr. Floyd.
Well, there is no Mr. Floyd here. I am Mrs. Patel, the bank manager. May I help you?
Yes, I want to withdraw all of my savings from your bank.
Please, why don't we step into my office where we can talk about this, Mr.
Paddington Brown.
Mr. Brown, may I ask you why you want to take out all of your money?
Because of the robbery.
I see. Have you a lot of money, Mr. Brown?
£5.
One of our tellers can help you, Mr. Brown.
Excuse me? Is there anybody there?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't see you.
I would like to take out all of my money and the interest that I've been saving for a rainy day.
Well, I'm afraid you won't keep very dry on this. You only have 10 pence in interest.
10 pence? That certainly doesn't sound very interesting.
Interesting isn't the same as interest. Now, how would you like your money?
I'd like it with a £5 note, please.
£5, 10 pence.
There must be some mistake. This isn't the note I gave you. It's got different numbers.
Well, sir, I would think that your note is long gone by now. Perhaps it was stolen in the robbery yesterday. Or maybe we burned it.
Burned my money?
Burned his money? I better not have burned my money.
That's what happens to notes when they get worn out.
Please, my money had a large chunk of marmalade stuck to it.
But why would they put marmalade on his money?
We didn't put marmalade on his money. He did. And I remember your note because it stuck to several others. So I kept it right here out of harm's way. Until the robbers took it.
Then my money was stolen. Mrs. Bird always said to call her in an emergency. And this was definitely an emergency.
Suspect has entered the telephone booth. Over.
This is the emergency number. Where are you calling from, please? And what kind of help do you need?
The bank. I need help at Floyd's bank. All the help you can send.
Help is on the way.
Finally, it looked like something was going to go right.
Emergency at Floyd's bank.
I need backup. Over.
That's the same way Paddington went this morning. I'll eat my hat if he isn't up to something.
Big happenings at Floyd's bank. Police have a suspect from yesterday's robbery in custody.
Oh, I knew you were up to no good. You're nothing but a hoodlum.
But it was my £5 note that was stolen. It had a marmalade chunk on it.
Well, maybe not a robbery suspect, but a bear causing mischief who deposited money smeared in marmalade.
Officer, I believe there's been a terrible mistake. This is no hoodlum. He's an upstanding citizen of this community.
You know this bear?
Why, of course. I even opened his bank account for him.
Officer, there has obviously been a misunderstanding. This bear is one of our customers.
Really? Well, that doesn't explain why I called the emergency number for help.
But that's what you're supposed to do when you need help.
Not for this kind of emergency.
I was only trying to call Mrs. Bird, but a strange voice asked me what I needed.
So I said I needed help.
I'm sure he didn't mean to cause such a commotion. Did you, Paddington?
Well, no, but Mrs. Bird, my note was stolen. The one with the marmalade on it.
Oh.
Attention all cars. Robbery suspect detained after trying to use marmalade defective note. All cars proceed to 55A Melbourne Lane.
Terribly sorry, sir. And it looks like you may have helped catch the real thieves.
Like I say, bears always land on their paws.
And because of the help of one outstanding citizen, or rather one outstanding bear, the Floyd's bank thieves were apprehended and the stolen money returned.
And to think it was because of some marmalade on a note. Mr. Brown, it is with great pride that I can now return your note. And thank you for putting marmalade on it. It was very helpful.
If you like, Mrs. Patel, I could put marmalade chunks on all your notes.
No thank you, Mr. Brown. I don't think that will be necessary.
I decided to keep my money at Floyd's bank after all, Aunt Lucy, where Mrs. Patel assures me it will keep on growing. And when it has, I hope to come and visit you. But Mrs. Bird says with only £5 10 pence, it may be a while before I do. Adios.
Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls.
There's no stopping the unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy.
You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. And we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
Unboxing Boxy Girls.
It's time to brush your hair.
No!
Now turn crying time to quality time.
Tangle Pets, the brush in a plush that turns hair time to fun time.
Introducing Tangle Pets, the fun new lovable detangling solution that combines a brush with a plush. As seen on TV, Lori Grenier's product Tangle Pets has unique wet-dry bristles that are firm yet flexible to effortlessly detangle hair. No more tangled messes. Tangle Pets works on every type of hair, whether hair is wet or dry. And there's 5 lovable characters to choose from. Tangle Pets are so cute, the hardest part is choosing which one to get. You can go to tanglepets.com and choose your favorite character. And through this exclusive TV-only offer, you also get a downloadable style guide absolutely free. You can order yours for $14.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling at tanglepets.com. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Kinetic sand.
It's so squeezy good, you'll think you're at the beach. You can squish it, mold it, squeeze it, and shape it.
It feels like wet beach sand.
It's everything you need to build real sand castles at home. You can get the Kinetic Beach Sand Set for $18.99 plus $5.99 processing and handling. You can go online at www.kineticsandbeach.com to find out more. Must be 18 years or older to order. Additional sand sold separately.
We love to squish our squeeze-em-alls. Squeeze them down and watch them roll.
They squish and squeeze and feel amazing. They're soft and cute and feel so crazy. Watch them rise back into size like magic right before your eyes. Squeeze-em-alls are unbelievably soft and squishy. You won't ever want to put them down. And they're scented too. They smell so good. You'll want to squeeze them all.
We love to squish our squeeze-em-alls. Squeeze them down and watch them roll.
Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately from Beverly Hills Teddy Bear.
Follow the adventures of Wibbly. Ta-da! The curious pig who loves having fun. It's me! While exploring the world. Hey! That's too far! 1, 2, 3. Got you! Look! I've got a flower! Bye! Oi, Wibbly! Wibbly Pig, here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
I was very excited when Mr. Gruber told me we would be going mackerel fishing off the coast of Brittany in France. I like fishing, the ocean, and sailing, and couldn't believe my luck that I would soon be doing all 3 at the same time. Mr. Gruber made friends with a retired admiral, Admiral Grundy, who now lived and fished for mackerel in France. Mr. Gruber would use our experience in his book, The World and Its Wonders. Mr. Gruber very kindly bought me some oilskins. That's what they call rain pants. But I don't think the shop had many bear customers.
Ahoy, Mr. Brown!
Shiver me timbers, what's this? Expecting a gale, bear?
Shiver your timbers, Admiral Grundy. But all the boards on your boat are still stuck together.
I think the Admiral is admiring your new oilskins.
Thank you, Admiral Grundy. Paddington Bear, ready for duty, Admiral.
Stand by forward!
Stand on my forearms? Aye, aye, Captain.
Watch the birdie!
Watch the birdie? Aye, aye, Captain.
Splice the main brace! Hoist the mainsail!
Yes, you're right. I am having trouble with my braces. But this should help.
Mainsail hoisted! Whoops! Whoa! Mr. Brown, why don't you cast off? Mr. Brown?
Where's that young bear fella of yours got to, Gruber? Don't tell me he's fallen overboard.
Mr. Brown, are you there?
Yes, I am, Mr. Gruber.
Where?
Right here.
Are you all right?
Well, actually, no.
Good grief! He's got himself hoisted to me main mast.
There, now I've got you.
Thank you, Mr. Gruber. I had never thought that fishing could be quite so complicated. What with all the nets and lines. But luckily, Admiral Grundy was there to show us all we needed to know.
Always make sure your nets aren't tangled when you throw them over.
And please, always make sure there aren't any bears in them too. Admiral Grundy put me on untangling the net's duty, mostly because I had done the tangling. Now, for the big moment. The thing about fishing is that you never know what you're going to catch, and sometimes that's just as well. Admiral Grundy decided to give me the very important job of fishing with a line and a pin. I was not about to let my first catch of the day get away from me. But I had caught one of Admiral Grundy's nets. Full of fish. Flying fish, it would appear.
Hold on, Mr. Brown.
I'm doing my best, Mr. Gruber.
Watch out below! Help! Now that's what I call the catch of the day. Good work, mates.
After our success at fishing, Admiral Grundy decided to treat us to a relaxing afternoon on an island.
Splendid. We'll set up my tent in case anyone wants to take a nap in the shade. Now, don't forget to tie up there.
Thank you for reminding me.
Shiver me timbers, I forgot my beats chair. It's adrift! My ship's adrift! Didn't you tie up there?
Oh dear, I thought you meant this end of it.
50 years at sea. Never lost a ship yet, let alone being marooned. What a crew!
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Brown. We'll think of something to get us out of this.
Huh. But for now, we better get ready to spend the night out here. Gruber, you collect firewood. Paddington, you're on tent duty with me.
Aye, aye, Captain. While Admiral Grundy was grumbling at the prospect of spending a cold night on the windswept island.
Can't believe it. Ship adrift. What'll people in the village say?
I was quite excited. I had never spent a night in a tent before. But this one looked rather small to fit 3 people.
Oh. That's it, Bear. I'll set the poles, and you tie the guy ropes and hammer in the stakes. And be careful with your knots. Don't want it blowing off as soon as we get inside.
I had no idea what a guy rope was, and I couldn't see any stake. But if there's one thing bears are good at, it's hammering.
Shake a leg, Bear! Tie it off!
It isn't easy with paws. It was time for drastic action.
What happened to the tent?
I think I must have got my guy ropes crossed by mistake. Then Admiral Grundy told me to shake my leg.
And where is the Admiral?
Help!
He told me to tie it off.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's the meaning of this?
Hello? I saw Monsieur Le Bear's signal for help.
What signal for help?
Monsieur Le Bear was waving in distress, so I came to the rescue. Come, it is getting late.
I wonder, Mr. Brown.
About what, Mr. Gruber?
If it's just you, or if all bears are born under a lucky star.
Don't forget me! Help!
Mr. Gruber says our spot of fishing will make an excellent chapter in his book, and the Admiral gave me his tent as a souvenir. He said he would never be able to sleep in it again. But I can't think how I'm going to get it into my scrapbook. One morning, I stopped outside Mr. Gruber's shop when something very strange happened. It was a lovely sunny day, and yet... Excuse me, that was my nose. And what are you doing to Mr. Gruber's window?
It's job week.
Job week? Well, I hope Mr. Gruber knows he won't be very pleased if you drip on his customers.
It's all right, Mr. Brown. People give the Scouts odd jobs to do and pay them what they think it's worth. The money all goes to charity.
Charity? It would be nice to send some money to Aunt Lucy, but I don't suppose they have bears in the Scouts.
I shouldn't let that stop you. You must have been a cub once. You could have your own job week.
Job week for bears? What a good idea. Excuse me, everyone. I must go and see Mrs. Bird.
Goodbye, Mr. Brown. Take care. Oh, you missed a bit here. It's a marmalade chunk.
A job? What would be a safe job for Paddington?
I don't mind earning danger money, Mrs. Bird.
I was thinking more of the safety of the house.
Oh, I've always felt very safe here at 32 Windsor Gardens, Mrs. Bird.
I've got just the job. You can hang the slot on the clothesline.
And when they're dry, I can iron them if you like.
Ha ha! I'd like to see that. The day I let Paddington near an iron.
I wanted to do a particularly good job with the laundry, so Mrs. Bird would find me other jobs. Wind is very good for drying clothes, but makes it difficult to hang them.
Bear, where do you think you're going? Mind my leg?
Oh dear, Mr. Curry. The end's come off.
It's meant to. It's part of my costume for tonight's fancy dress contest at the town hall. I'm going as Long John Silver, the famous pirate. I expect to win first prize. I shouldn't bother with that ghost costume if I were you.
Oh, this isn't a costume. It's laundry. I'm sorry for knocking you over, Mr. Curry, but if you'll excuse me, I must start on the ironing.
Mrs. Bird lets you do iron.
Well, she did say she'd like to see me do it.
Come, my dear bear. I've got a little job for you.
Do I get paid extra for the frills?
Paid? What are you babbling about?
It's Bear's job week, Mr. Curry.
Well, Bear's job week. It's bad enough having Scouts knocking on everybody's door. I may give you something if you do a good job. On the other hand, I may not. Make sure the iron's hot. But not too hot. Otherwise, you'll damage the material. And I shall have to charge you. Now, I have to see Mr. Gruber about a sword. And Bear, see what you can do about an eye patch and a parrot. You bring my pirate costume and my perfectly ironed shirt to the town hall.
I was feeling thirsty, so while the iron was heating up some more, I thought I would go home and fetch a thermos of cocoa. Sorry, I can't help you, Mrs. Bird. I've got a job for Mr. Curry.
Getting any money out of Mr. Curry will be a job in itself.
Mr. Curry said he needed an eye patch, but I thought a pirate should always have a spare, and I'd found the perfect material when... Oh no! Mr. Curry's pirate hat!
That's my final offer. It is rather old, after all.
Oh, this is an antique shop, Mr. Curry, and it's worth much more than 10 pence.
But I only need it for tonight.
All right, you can borrow it for...
Right, now I must get to the town hall to see if that bear has finished my costume.
Since I had ruined Mr. Curry's pirate hat, I wanted to do a particularly good job with the ironing. First, I had to make sure the iron was hot enough, just as Mr. Curry had. Mr. Curry said he wanted the wrinkles ironed out, so I hoped I could iron out the cocoa stain too. I tried my best on the wrinkles, but cocoa stains go sticky when you iron them. And feather dusters aren't very good at cutting through glue. And it's very hard to put out a fire using a wooden leg. Oh dear. And while I thought I'd found Mr. Curry's parrot, I was pretty certain that I was in trouble again.
Why, Paddington? I didn't know you'd entered the costume contest.
It isn't a costume, Mr. Brown. It's a disguise. Oh, and if you see me at the Jamboree tonight, don't call me Paddington. Call me Redbeard. It was a good idea to come in disguise because Mr. Curry was upset. And he was carrying something sharp.
Where's that bear with my costume?
Here it is, Mr. Curry, and you'll find eye patches and a parrot as well.
Oh.
I wonder where Paddington is.
That's Redbeard.
Bear! Bear! Where is that bear?
And just what are you, sir? A pirate who escaped a burning deck?
No, a pirate who had his costume ruined by a bear.
Well, you've won first prize for the funniest costume ever. Pity about your parrot, though.
We won, Mr. Curry. We won!
There he is. That's the bear that did this to my costume.
Did you say first prize?
Yes, but of course you'll have to share the prize with your friend here, since he helped with the costume. Tell me, what are you going to do with your half of the prize money?
I'm going to give it to the Home for Retired Bears in Lima, Peru.
All of it?
All of it. You see, I shall still have the money Mr. Curry promised me for doing his ironing.
What?
I hope you and all the other bears enjoy the prize money and this extra present. Oh, the red beard. And marmalade.
I wish Grandma was here already.
Wish upon a bow. When you make a wish, you will see me glow.
Say hello to magical Wish Me puppies. Kiss their nose and their bow glows. Make a wish.
I wish I could have a party.
Blow a kiss, and it's lights out and dreams away. You can choose your favorite Wish Me puppy for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to wishme.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Yes, you can. You can earn your high school diploma from Penn Foster.
This was a second chance to come in and be able to achieve my goal, something I've always dreamed of.
At regionally and nationally accredited Penn Foster High School, you study online, on your time, at your pace.
The instructors are just amazing. I would definitely recommend the program.
And Penn Foster High School has flexible and affordable payment plans that can be customized to your needs.
Being able to get my education and still pay my bills is the best thing.
You can succeed. You can open new doors. You can graduate high school with Penn Foster.
It's never too late. I am 36 years old, and I've obtained my high school diploma. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
It's possible. You can be the next graduate.
And you can earn your high school diploma while taking courses to prepare you for the career of your choice.
Go to PennFosterHighSchool.com or call 1-800-376-0146.
Flip the zoo.
The Flip-a-Zoo magic begins when you flip to Flipquins. With a simple wave of your hand, Flip-a-Zoo shimmer and shine. Flip Starry Unicorn to Sparkling Dragon. Then flip the Flipquins and the coat magically changes. Write messages that sparkle bright. You can get your Flip-a-Zoo Flipquin for $14.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling. And you'll get a little Flip-a-Zoo free with your paid order. Each sold separately. Must be 18-year-old in order.
What's your favorite holiday? I like Christmas and Easter Bunny and somebody's birthday. Christmas because I get brand new toys. Oh, Christmas too because you can make snowbands and for snowballs. Christmas because you get toys and it's a nice holiday and sometimes you go to parties and stuff like that. My favorite holiday is Christmas because you get to share gifts with other people and I get to take a long time to decide my gifts. My favorite holiday is Easter and Christmas. I like Easter because you get to hunt for eggs and Christmas because you get presents and there's snow. My favorite holiday is Christmas because you get to get lots of presents, and I love presents. Halloween because I get a lot of candy, I get to dress up, I get to paint myself. Halloween because I get to dress up. Happy holidays.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. Dear Aunt Lucy, today Mr. Gruber is taking Judy, Jonathan and me to visit my first stately home. I don't know what a stately home is, but it sounds very important. So I decided to give my Wellington boots a good shine.
Come and see, Paddington. Mr. Gruber wants to show us a brochure.
Show us a brochure? But I thought he was going to show us a stately home.
And so I am, Mr. Brown. Today we are going to Lackham House. Like other stately homes, it's very expensive to run, so the owner, Lord Lackham, opens it to the public. There are regular concerts, a souvenir shop, and one surprise feature which Mr. Brown will particularly enjoy.
Lord Lackham lived in a very big house. I hope Jonathan and Judy wouldn't get lost during the tour.
Welcome to Lackham House. I am Lord Lackham, your host and tour guide. The tour will start shortly. Ah, Miss Brodie, thank you for coming. I hope the readers of the London Daily Globe will enjoy a story about my stately home.
I hope so, Lord Lackham. I will try and make it as interesting as possible.
So, this is the surprise feature, Mr. Gruber. A restaurant.
Aha, but not just any restaurant, Mr. Brown. Their beef Wellington is famous.
What's beef Wellington?
A delicious dish. Just you wait and see. I think we'll all have it.
Pardon me, Mr. Gruber would like to order beef Wellington for 4.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not a waitress. I'm a reporter for the London Daily Globe.
Oh, Well, in that case, I expect they would like to know about the beef Wellington. Mr. Gruber says it's very famous.
I'm sure they would, sir.
Oh, look at that! It's the most beautiful doll I've ever seen. Come on, Judy, let's go.
Excuse
Right,
me,
this way.
how much is this doll? I would like to buy it for my friend.
Sir, this doll is an antique. It's worth over £1,000.
£1,000? For a doll? I know where you could get a whole shop full of new ones for that.
Some of these paintings have been in the family for over 500 years. And this is Edward, the 10th Lord Luckham.
He looks just like the 9th Lord Luckham, except his beard is shorter.
We Luckhams have always tried to look our best. This way, please, to the library.
I had never seen so many books before in my life. And I love books. I'm afraid something's happened to your wall, Lord Luckham.
Please, would you mind not touching things?
Did you know there's a passage here?
Of course I did. It's a secret one. It leads to the armory, which we'll see later.
Secret passage to the armory. Come along, everyone. The armory's next on the tour.
Yes, but we go to the armory by the stairs. This way is not part of the tour.
It should be.
Oh.
I must say, this tour of Mr. Gruber's is very good value.
Oh!
Yes, well, this is the armory. What are you doing?
Helping you with your passageways, Lord Luckham.
It's the other arm that opens it. You see? And that leads to the Queen's bedroom.
What a wonderful tour.
It didn't say anything about secret passageways in the brochure. Trust Paddington to discover all the fun parts.
Now, this chamber has remained virtually unchanged since Queen Elizabeth I spent a night here while on a journey to York.
Mrs. Bird will be pleased to see she made the bed afterwards.
Queen Elizabeth died 400 years ago.
I hope they've changed the sheets.
Right, this way, ladies and gentlemen. There's much more to see. What's wrong?
Can't we take the secret passageway?
Which secret passageway?
I'm sure there's one here, somewhere.
This isn't part of the tour either. In a few minutes, we'll be presenting a musical concert for your entertainment. Afterwards, dinner will be served.
The quartet is going to play my favorite, Mozart.
The music was putting everyone to sleep. I needed a nap too after all the walking, but I decided to find a more comfortable place. No wonder Queen Elizabeth only spent one night here. The bed's not very comfortable.
Time to clean the Queen's bedroom. Oh my, look at the crumbs. Someone's been eating in the Queen's bed. We must tell Lord Luckham about this. And he's not having a good day. I've heard there won't be any beef Wellington.
No beef Wellington. Mr. Gruber will be disappointed. I must do something.
Well, it's just as well. You didn't order the beef Wellington tonight, Mr. Brown. It's very, chewy.
I demand to see Lord Luckham. This beef Wellington is as tough as old boots.
Old boots? Why, I'll have you know, those were my best Wellingtons.
Your Wellington?
Yes, well, I think I'm feeling a bit full.
Beef Wellington? Made from Wellington boots? This is a disaster. Miss Brodie, please don't report this to your readers. We shall be ruined.
Oh, I think our readers will be very amused by the story of this young bear's recipe for boot Wellington. And our wonderful tour. I think Luckham House is a marvellous place.
You do? How wonderful. A little bit of publicity is just what the old estate needs. Everyone is invited next weekend for a free gala dinner. I will personally prepare the beef Wellington with my own béarnaise sauce. I hope you will be the guest of honor.
I've never been a guest of honor before, Lord Luckham. But if you don't mind, I think I'll go without the bear's nose sauce. Aunt Lucy would be most upset.
Introducing Surprise-A-Mos. Pop goes each surprise-a-ball.
So many different animals.
You can collect them all. Surprise-A-Mos are cute, cuddly stuffed animals. There are so many different ways to play and so many to collect. Now with Mama and Baby too. They're so much fun.
Surprise-A-Mos. Which one will you get?
From Beverly Hills Teddy Bear, each sold separately.
You can get anything instantly with an app, even toilet paper. But what about someone to fix your toilet? Thumbtack's the app that finds you people fast. See prices, reviews, and chat with local pros right in the app. Download Thumbtack today.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
Oh, this dog tin is so cute. My eyes are literally going to explode out of my face.
Tanya, that's not helping us sell adorable dog tents.
Fine, cut to the adorable dog.
Zulily, something special every day.
Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls.
There's no stopping. The unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy.
You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. And we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold
There's no
separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
The unboxing. Boxy Girls.
So squeezy good, you'll think you're at the beach. You can squish it, mold it, squeeze it, and shape it.
It feels like wet beach sand.
It's everything you need to build real sand castles at home. You can get the Kinetic Beach Sand Set for $18.99 plus $5.99 processing and handling. You can go online at www.kineticsandbeach.com to find out more. Must be 18 years or older to order. Additional sand sold separately.
Don't miss out on the fun. What fun you can have with a doll like me. Join Madeline as she embarks on a series of adventures. I am coming to get you! Along with her boarding school friends.
Do not worry, Miss Clever. We will be careful.
Look out, Madeline!
Watch Madeline here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
Since Australia is on the underside of the world, you might expect everything there to be upside down. Surprisingly, this is not the case. It's too bad, because that would have filled a whole chapter of Mr. Gruber's book, The World and Its Wonders.
Mr. Brown, I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine, Jim Atkins.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Atkins.
Likewise, mate. Welcome to Qubo PD, the opal mining capital of the world.
It doesn't look like much of a capital.
Ah, but there's more to this town than meets the eye.
Where?
Underground?
Oh, do you have an underground too?
Not exactly.
I was soon to see just what kind of underground Qubo PD had.
Now, this is what I would call down under.
These tunnels used to be opal mines. Then people started moving down here to get out of the desert heat.
This is just the sort of thing I need for my book.
What are these?
Those are opals. 95% of the world's precious opals come from this area.
Look at that one.
That's the Andamuka Queen. One of the biggest opals ever found.
It would make a nice present for my Aunt Lucy. How much is it?
Probably about 50,000.
50,000?
Careful now, Mr. Brown.
I had no idea opals were so valuable. The people who mine them must be very rich.
Some of them are. Like the fella who sold me my claim. He's the one who found the Andamuka Queen. But I haven't found anything yet.
We went to the hotel to check in, and like everything else in Qubo PD, it was underground.
The truth is, if I don't find any opals soon, I'm gonna have to pack it in and leave.
Don't worry, Jim. Tomorrow we'll visit your claim, and we'll help you find the biggest opals ever. You can count on Mr. Brown and me.
That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about all the opals just lying in the ground waiting to be found. I decided to practice my opal mining technique. Mr. Atkins said that the whole town used to be old mines. I was hoping someone had missed a few spots.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Looking for opals. You haven't seen any, have you?
No, I haven't seen any. And if you don't stop digging holes in my wall this instant, I'll have to call the manager.
So I didn't get rich on my first try. But at least I knew my pick was working. Tomorrow I hope to find an Andamuka Queen of my own.
Let's see. Hard hats, buckets, picks. I think that's everything. Let's go.
Wait! I forgot the most important thing.
What's that?
An emergency marmalade sandwich.
Don't worry, Mr. Brown. We'll stop for lunch.
You know, the fella who used to work this claim was fond of marmalade too. Used to eat it all the time. After he found the Andamuka Queen, he bought himself a whole marmalade factory.
Really? I hope he left a few jars behind.
Now, everybody stay close. It's like a maze down here, and I wouldn't want anyone to get lost.
Don't worry, Mr. Atkins. Bears are good at mazes. You know something? I really think I smell marmalade. Do you, Mr. Atkins? Mr. Gruber? Anybody? Yes! Yes! Hello! Hello! Here I am! Here I am! Well, I guess whoever it was playing games, so I decided to do the only thing I could do. Follow the smell of marmalade.
Well, this is the last bit of my claim to explore. I've been everywhere else, and the walls are solid granite. No way through that.
Oh, no! We seem to have lost Mr. Brown.
I actually started liking the game. Aha! I knew there was marmalade around here somewhere. But there wasn't much left, and what was didn't look very good. Then suddenly, I realized that this might be the very spot where the Andamuka Queen was found. I decided to start digging. Oh! The walls were very hard, and since I couldn't reach the ceiling, I decided to have a go at the floor instead. Now, that's more like it.
That noise! It must be Mr. Brown. But where is it coming from?
Digging in the floor was easy, and I had found something.
I think he's this way.
I think he's that way. Oh. Mr. Brown?
Paddington?
Mr. Brown!
Paddington!
That's funny. Mr. Gruber and Mr. Atkins sound very close.
Mr. Brown, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Digging in the ceiling. I never thought of that.
You mean the floor? But I'm afraid I didn't find any opals. I only found that big piece of coal.
This isn't coal. This is black opal, the rarest kind. Do you realize what this means? You did it! You found my strike!
Well done, Mr. Brown. This will make a fine chapter in my book.
What happened? Did you find any more?
Oh, yes. We found quite a few smaller black opals that day. Mr. Atkins wanted to give me a share of the strike, but I said it should go to Mr. Gruber to help pay for all the trips we've taken together.
Oh, but then you don't have a souvenir of your trip.
Oh, yes, I do. I think I may take up mining.
Oh!
Do you think Mr. Brown will mind if I have a go in the garden?
Thank you for lending a hand in the shop, Mr. Brown.
You're welcome, Mr. Gruber.
My antiques are very popular with American tourists over here for their holidays, and dealers come to buy up as much stock as possible.
Perhaps they'd help with the lifting. Oh! Phew! Thank you, Mr. Gruber.
You know, it's good to have someone with a knowledge of antiques to help me out during the busy season. A bear with an eye for a bargain is worth his weight in gold. I don't need to tell you, it's a rare early spode.
One with a chip in it, too.
I haven't had time to mend it. I've been so busy.
May I do it for you, Mr. Gruber? Bears are good at mending things.
Oh, all right. That sounds like a very good idea.
Goodbye, Mr. Gruber.
I know you'll be careful with my jug. Most certainly, if you ever decide to go into business, I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I'd like to go into business like Mr. Gruber. The problem is how to start. Aunt Lucy says nothing beats practical experience. Good morning. I've come for...
Good morning, sir. What will it be today? Haircut? Shampoo? Those whiskers could do with a bit of a trim.
Trim my whiskers?
Tell you what, sir. Seeing trade's a bit slack this morning, I can give you a thorough going over.
A haircut's important, and that's a fact. Not something you keep hidden under your hat. Afraid of the barber and don't know why. Like the dentist or doctor, he's a really nice guy. He'll flip, slip, dip, and with zip, drip in a flip, you've got a lot. Try or not, time to start a new haircut. Bob cut, brush cut, bangs and more. Page boy, ponytail, pompadour. Swirls and curls, they're all amazing. So many styles, it's simply hair raising. The barber's there to show hair don'ts and hairdos. It doesn't really matter what style you choose, cause it's hair today and gone tomorrow. Hair today and gone tomorrow.
So, what will it be?
I'd rather not have a haircut, thank you very much. I've come about the... job.
You're not a very good advertisement. It's a tough business learning to cut.
I don't like the sound of that, but I do want to learn.
Oh, you'll learn all right. You'll be on your feet all day, sweeping and running errands and having to talk about the weather all the time.
I do enjoy a challenge. And just think, with an assistant, you'd be able to put your feet up.
I can only afford to pay you, £5?
That's more than Mr. Brown gives me for bun money.
Done then. Mind you, it's only on a trial basis while I go next door for a tea break.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sloop. You can count on me.
You can start by giving the shop a going over. Only mind the scissors. Don't go nicking your paws. Don't want bear's blood all over the place. It'll give the shop a bad name. Who knows? If it works out, I might even let you have a go with the clippers.
If only Aunt Lucy could see me now. I was sure to enjoy working in Mr. Sloop's shop. There was so much to do, and so much to learn.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Charlie, what's a guy gotta do to get some service around here?
I'm not Charlie. I'm Paddington Brown. You need Mr. Sloop.
I need a haircut. Just a little off the sides and nothing off the top. Okay, buddy?
Charlie. Buddy. I wish he'd make up his mind.
Hey! Is this a barber shop or isn't it?
That's right.
Then make it snappy. Get me one of them relaxing hot towels while you're at it so I can unwind. I've been on my feet for a week now. I'm busy buying up...
Excuse me. Are you all right in there?
Just a little off the sides, Charlie.
Oh! I think I should have asked for my £5 in advance. Mr. Sloop must have a bottle of something to put things right. Just the thing. Dr. Spooner's Quick Action Magic Hair Restorer.
Say, are you just about done? What's taking so long?
It doesn't seem to be working very fast. What was I going to do? You can't beat marmalade for sticking to things, especially hair.
What do you think you're doing? I've only been gone a few minutes. You're fired.
Ah! What happened to my hair? Do you work here?
Not anymore. This is Mr. Sloop's barber shop.
Say, Sloop, what kind of place are you running here?
I do apologize, sir. Good help is so hard to find.
I only came in for a trim.
I'm terribly sorry.
Hey, hold it right there, Charlie. What's that you got?
Look out! That's Mr. Gruber's spode.
Imagine finding a genuine piece of spode in a barber shop. I've searched through practically every antique shop in town, hoping to strike it lucky.
You must have missed Mr. Gruber's shop then. He's got lots more where that one came from.
Mr. Sloop, what say I pay this young bear's wage? He's been quite a help, despite my new haircut. Nice doing business with you, Mr. Gruber. Oh, they're gonna love this stuff back home. You keep that little fella around. He's got a good head for business.
I think it's time for some cocoa, Mr. Gruber. Being in business is thirsty work.
Certainly, Mr. Brown. I'd say you've earned it.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
They're sparkly, they're snuggly, shimmies, shimmies, shimmies. They glitz, glitter, and twinkle. They're soft, stylish animals. Don't forget the craziest part, you can create your own works of art. Shimmies are stuffed animals covered in glittery sequins. Flip the sequins to create amazing designs. Design them over and over for endless fun. They're sparkly, they're snuggly, shimmies.
$19.99 with a free gift and free shipping. Colors and styles may vary. Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately.
Tangle pets, the brush in a plush.
Now turn crying time to quality time. Introducing Tangle Pets, the fun, lovable detangling solution that combines a brush with a plush. As seen on TV, Lori Grenier's product, Tangle Pets, has unique wet-dry bristles that are firm yet flexible to effortlessly detangle hair. You can choose your favorite character at tanglepets.com for $14.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling. Must be 18 years or older to order.
You dig for deals at Ross, TJ Maxx, and Kohl's. But you'll really dig the even better deals you'll find at ThredUp. Killer brands start as low as $1.99.
Are you shook? Because I am shook.
Occasionally you'll find a great brand at TJ Maxx, but all your favorite brands are always at ThredUp.
This is a Banana Republic top. It was $5.
Ann Taylor Loft. ThredUp had this listed for only $9.99.
You sift through racks at Kohl's, but at ThredUp, it's fast and easy to find what you're looking for. 30,000 new styles arrive every day.
You can get dresses, athletic wear, shoes. This is a brand new, never worn Zara dress for $9.99.
And at ThredUp, there's fast and free shipping and easy returns. America is shopping in a brand new way. Find the best deals, find the best brands at ThredUp. Get 20% off your first order. Go to thredup.com today and use offer code 20 now.
Oh, ask me! Ask me! Ask me! What do you love to draw? Nature and animals. I love to draw grass, bunny rabbits, owls, birds, cats, and dogs. Dogs. I like to draw my house and my family. My favorite thing to draw is a picture of me with my mom and my dad. Aliens, like three-headed dogs, and then at the bottom, two-headed tigers, and then snakes like that. Hearts and the stars and a flower. A seed, petal, 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 line, leaf, line, there, flower. Butterflies, flowers, hearts, and people. I'm a perfect artist. I love to paint and draw. Well, I do.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. Dear Aunt Lucy, yesterday I went to the seaside for the first time. I was very excited, as I'd always wondered what it was like. Mr. Brown took me out and bought me a new sun hat especially for the occasion. The lady at the shop told me that sun hats can be worn many different ways. It was up to me to find the style that suited me best. No, that's not it either. No.
Come on, Paddington.
Oh, trust you to keep us all waiting.
Come on.
That's it. What are we waiting for?
Don't you just love car trips?
It's all right for some.
How about opening the windows, everyone? It'll blow the cobwebs away.
Cobwebs?
My hat!
Perhaps opening the windows wasn't such a good idea, Henry.
Thank you.
I suggest from now on we keep the windows closed.
We're almost there now. Perhaps we should open the windows again, dear.
Only if Paddington promises to hold on to his hat.
We're holding! We're holding!
Can you smell that fresh sea air?
It smells like salt.
Sand, rotting fish.
Lunch.
Some bears can smell more than is good for them.
Mr. Brown said we'd just pop into a shop to get a few things I needed for the beach. This certainly seemed like a lot of things. If only Aunt Lucy could see me now. But going to the seaside isn't easy. It's no wonder there aren't many people here.
Let's have a competition. We'll each build a sandcastle, then Mary and Mrs. Bird can judge the best.
I'm sure I'll win. Oh, no, you won't, because I'm going to win.
Ooh, don't bet on it. It could be me.
Wait for me! I needed to find a place with lots of room. The only castles I'd ever seen needed a lot of space. There. Just like in the storybooks Aunt Lucy read to me.
This looks like Paddington's hat.
It is Paddington's hat. But where is Paddington?
Paddington?
My sandcastle had become too big. I had to push it back to land before it was washed away. I was beginning to get seasick. It was worse than when I came over on the boat from Peru. Ugh, I'm all wet. Wet? Uh-oh. I think I'm in trouble again. Help!
Nothing. I've searched from one end of the beach to the other.
Oh dear, where on earth can he be?
We'd better find a lifeguard.
I must have been floating out here for ages. It's a good job I came prepared for an emergency. Uh-oh. The situation did not look good. And as much as I don't like to share my marmalade sandwiches, it was time to make an exception.
Judging by the weight of this thread, we've got ourselves a major catch.
Help! Let me down! This is worse than a bad dream. It's a nightmare.
Here! It's a bear!
Good afternoon. My name's Paddington Brown. I'm sorry I can't raise my hat, but I've lost it. Besides, I'm stuck.
Don't move. You'll only make it worse. We'll soon have you clear.
So where did you spring from?
Darkest Peru.
Darkest Peru?
That's a good laugh. Peru's thousands of miles from here.
I know. It was a very long journey.
You must be tired out.
Not at all. I've just had a good nap. Ah, that's better. Thank you for picking me up. With a bit of luck, I may be back in time for tea.
Poor Paddington. Goodness knows how long he's been gone, and I'm sure he can't swim.
We'll get a search party out there right away.
It's a miracle. They say it's a bear from
Darkest Peru. Paddington?
Paddington, over here. This will make the front page. I can see the headline now.
Hey, Paddington, what did you do for food? Eat plankton? Raw fish?
No. Marmalade.
Marmalade? Paddington!
Oh, Paddington, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
I think you lost this.
We'd better get you back home.
You mean to Peru? What a story!
The catch of the season, all the way from darkest Peru. Lone Bear's epic tale. Oh, Paddington, whatever will you get up to next, my sobrino?
Magical wings that let you be anything. The double-sided, super soft microfiber surround you in cozy warmth, so you're safe and sound while you nap around. You can choose your style of cozy wings for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online at buycozywings.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order. Cozy Wings.
Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls.
There's no stopping the unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy.
Are you ready to unbox with Boxy Girls? Each Boxy Girl comes with 4 luxury shipping boxes that you get to open with her. Willa's totally ready for the festival. Now, Nomi can go to lunch with her friends. That backpack is perfect for Riley to take to class. Those shoes go great with Brooklyn's party dress. You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. Each comes with 4 different boxes. And as a Boxy bonus, we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. Plus, you can get the Boxy Girls Fashion Pack for $9.99 with free shipping. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
So many cute shoes. I want them all.
Hey, Karama, why don't you try growing more feet?
I don't need more feet to buy more shoes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Zulily, something special every day.
I wish Graham was here already.
Wish upon a bow. When you make a wish, you will see me glow.
Say hello to magical Wish Me puppies. Kiss their nose and their bow glows. Make a wish.
I wish I could have a party.
Blow a kiss. And it's lights out and dreams away. You can choose your favorite Wish Me puppy for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to wishme.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Go on an adventure with Hamza. Meet cool guests.
You had me getting that.
Cool kids.
Hello, intrepid investigators.
Hey, Hamza. Have fun in cool challenges. And don't forget about cool cats. Look cool on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
Mr. Gruber and I were off to Egypt, land of the pharaohs, the Sphinx, and the pyramids. Whatever they are.
Driver, slow down! Slow down! Yes, please do!
Oh, no, sir. You see, in Cairo, if you drive slow, that is when you might have an accident. No, please hold on for a moment. We have arrived. As you say, safe and sound.
Only bears.
Tourists, and that means there's easy money to be made.
I wait here for you, yes?
No, thank you. We have had quite enough driving for one day.
Wait! I am best guide in all Cairo. I show you so you don't get lost.
Would you like to look for some souvenirs before we visit the pyramids? We may come across some bargains.
Oh, yes, please, Mr. Gruber. Bears are good at finding bargains.
And I would recommend keeping your paws on your money. I've heard there are a great many unsavory characters around. Now, Mr. Brown, stay close. It's like a maze in these alleys, and I wouldn't want you to get lost.
Don't worry, Mr. Gruber. That's something else bears are good at. Not getting lost.
You look like a bear who needs a carpet.
No, thank you. But where's Mr. Gruber? Mr. Gruber! Mr. Gruber!
Mr. Brown! Oh, dear, he's lost.
Ah, there you are. Wait, I'll show you around.
Oh, dear. I think perhaps I am lost after all.
I see you have lost your way. I know someone who can help you. Madame Valassier, fortune teller extraordinaire.
Oh, thank you.
With pleasure. Madame Valassier will be with you in a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Paddington Brown. Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Valassier.
Ah, to help you find your way, Madame Valassier's fortunes cost £1.
A pound? I could buy a map for that.
Ah, but to find your way, you must know where you are coming from. And only I can tell you that.
Can you see Mr. Gruber in there?
Mr. Gruber? Who is this Mr. Gruber?
He's my best friend. He takes me all over the world. He's going to write a book called The World and Its Wonders. That's why we've come to Egypt.
This Mr. Gruber is very generous. One day you would like to repay him for his kindness, no?
Yes. I was hoping I might find something in the market. Something special.
Like?
Well, he likes anything old, and he's very keen on pyramids. But I'm not sure what they are.
Ah, I see that today you will find two things. A perfect gift for your friend and your friend.
How will I do that?
Do not worry. The gift and your friend will find you.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Valassier.
Yoo-hoo! Mr. Bear!
Mrs. Valassier didn't say anything about meeting that dangerous taxi driver again, and I wanted to do everything right. Now all I could do was wait and see if what the fortune teller predicted would come true.
Ah, you look like a bear who's wanting a gift for his best friend.
Amazing.
Ah, there's Mr. Brown. And there he goes. Aha. Please, follow that scooter. And hurry. Whoa!
What is that?
For the right price, your very own pyramid.
Really? How much does it cost?
How much you got?
£3, 50 piastres.
It's a miracle. It was foretold.
That's what Mrs. Valassier said.
That is the only pyramid I have left. And it just happens to be £3 and 50 piastres.
I'll take it. And please, could I have it gift-wrapped and sent to 32 Windsor Gardens in London? Otherwise, it won't be a surprise. Mr. Gruber won't be able to believe his eyes. And I can't believe mine. It's the other half of my fortune coming true.
What a good thing I found you, Mr. Brown. Now perhaps we should visit the pyramids.
We shall have to hurry. There aren't many left.
There is no need to hurry. No one is going to make off with them. Why, each stone weighs over 2.5 tons. There are nearly 2.5 million of them.
How will the postman deliver that to 32 Windsor Gardens?
Is anything the matter, Mr. Brown?
I think I may have bought a pyramid by mistake, Mr. Gruber.
But from whom? Who sold it to you?
That man. I paid him £3 and 50 piastres. It was all I had.
Scoundrel!
Stop!
Charlatan!
Thief!
Swindler!
Hurry! Drive away!
Ah, I have found you.
And we're glad you did. You helped catch this confidence trickster.
Go away. No speak English.
I would like you to give me my money back.
Here.
Wait. I have a better idea. I suggest you buy it back.
Buy it back?
Yes, for £20. I'm sure the police would agree that is a fair price.
Here. We shall continue our tour, yes?
On one condition. Perhaps this wasn't quite such a good idea, Mr. Gruber.
Camels are nice, yes? And the pyramids, very big, no?
I don't think the postman would have been very pleased delivering it.
I'm sure you are right about that, Mr. Brown.
There are a number of rules to observe when working with quick-drying cement. One is to work quickly. Another is to apply it evenly. And perhaps the most important rule of all is not to stand in the stuff.
Oh, help!
Fortunately, Mr. Gruber had a solution to my problem.
Building a patio behind my shop was a wonderful idea of yours, Mr. Brown.
It's Mrs. Bird you should thank. I got the idea from one of her magazines. Just look at all the pictures of things you can build. A fence with climbing roses. A rock garden. And look at the happy patio owner.
I'm looking forward to that moment myself. But what we need first is a finishing touch.
A finishing touch?
Some sort of decoration. A je ne sais quoi.
A je ne sais quoi?
It means I'm not quite sure what.
And neither did I. But I was determined to find out.
And how is Mr. Gruber's patio coming along?
Oh, it's all done, Mrs. Bird. All it needs now is a finishing touch. If only I knew what a finishing touch was.
A finishing touch can be anything. A statue, a painting. Why, we have plenty of them around the house. Like this vase. If you look around the house, you might get an idea of what you need.
Thank you, Mrs. Bird. I'm sure this vase will be just fine.
Perhaps Mr. Gruber would be better off with a finishing touch. He won't have to return at the end of the day.
So, I did a little research to find just the right finishing touch for Mr. Gruber's patio. And then I saw it. Adrian Crisp's Garden Ornaments. It was just the place I needed, and it had hardly taken me any time at all.
Ah, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Finally. Now be sure it gets delivered right away.
But I'm here to pick up a finishing touch for Mr. Gruber's patio.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Right this way, please. As you can see, we have an exquisite selection of items to choose from.
But these are all broken. Haven't you got anything in better condition?
These are antiques. The signs of wear and tear make them all the more valuable.
Whoops.
Oh, do be careful. These items are priceless. It's taken me years to amass my collection. Oh, really?
If signs of wear and tear made these antiques all the more valuable, you would think a few more nicks and scratches would be good for business.
It's been over an hour. Surely there must be something you like.
Those lions look very interesting.
I doubt you could manage those. They're 570 pounds.
Really? They don't look that heavy.
570 pounds isn't their weight. That's their price.
Ouch! Oh, 570 pounds. You could buy a real lion for that. Besides, I've only got 10 pence.
10 pence? Ouch! Well, I suppose I could let you have that piece of stonework over there.
Oh.
No, not that piece of stonework. That piece of stonework.
But what is it?
That is a very good bargain for 10 pence. Now off you go before I change my mind. And in case you're wondering, no, you can't have it gift-wrapped.
I couldn't wait to surprise Mr. Gruber. After I boarded the bus, the strangest thing happened. I started to hear thunder. But there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Excuse me, sir. I believe this is yours.
Oh dear, my finishing touch. Oh no.
Grab a hold of that thing before it... Whoa! No! Stop! Don't!
Good afternoon.
Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. But I'm very sorry about your stand.
Sorry? Don't be sorry, pal. It's a hot day, trade's bad, and you've given me the first good idea I've had all day. Can you think of anything nicer on a hot day than a glass of freshly squeezed fruit juice?
2 freshly squeezed glasses of fruit juice?
Right in one. As for that stone of yours, you can borrow my barrow if you like.
Here's your finishing touch, Mr. Gruber. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think even Mr. Crisp knew.
Do you know what? I suspect it may be an old Roman cocoa stand.
A Roman cocoa stand?
Well, perhaps not Roman, but it's certainly very old. And look, our mugs fit perfectly. I don't think anyone could find a better finishing touch than that, Mr. Brown. Not if they tried for 1,000 years.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
What comes with 28 boxes, 33 fashion surprises, and 2 exclusive Boxy Girls, Everly and Stevie? The Boxy Girls Big Box. More surprises, more fun, more excitement, more fashion, in a big box way. You can get your Boxy Girls Big Box for $29.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Clothing and accessory styles may vary. Must be 18 years or older to order.
The unboxing Boxy Girls. We love to squish our squeeze-a-balls, squeeze around and watch them roll. They squish and squeeze and feel amazing. They're soft and cute and feel so crazy. Watch them rise back into size like magic right before your eyes. Squeeze-a-balls are unbelievably soft and squishy. You won't ever want to put them down. And they're scented too. They smell so good. You'll want to squeeze them all. We love to squish our squeeze-a-balls, squeeze around and watch them grow.
Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately from Beverly Hills Teddy Bear.
See pets, buckle up and snuggle up. See pets, ride with me.
Buckle up, Snuggle up, because Seat Pets are back with all new characters. These fun travel friends hold right onto your seatbelt, so you never ride alone. To school, to stores, to sports, or home. No more dangling heads, sore necks, or red marks on your skin. With a seat pad on your seatbelt, let the comfy journey begin. Seat pads soften the edge of your belt while keeping it in just the right spot. Asleep or awake, seat pads make every trip more comfy to take. And look inside. Seat pads have all kinds of pockets and space to keep your stuff close and safe. There's a seat pad friend just waiting to ride and play with you for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. As a special surprise, you'll get a little flip-a-zoo free with your paid order. You can log on to seatpets.com. Each sold separately, must be 18 or older to order.
Seat Pets, ride with me. Oh, ask me. Ooh, ask me. Ask me.
How do you build a fort? How do you build a fort? It's easy. All you take is some chairs, 9 blankets, and put them over top. And one of them must have a hole in them so you can see through. Could be your mailbox with a couple of chairs and the end. From putting the chairs down around a circle, and then you put the blankets on top of the chairs. Okay. And then you put the broom up in the middle. In the tent. Okay, is that another word for tent? Oh, your dad helps you make a tree fort out of wood and nails. You take a box and make a door. Or maybe you can even make a crane on it. I put pillows and I get used to jump from my couch. It was really fun. I make it out of put lots of chairs around it and then make a big blanket. A blanket there, a big blanket there, a blanket over there. And then I put the chairs right in a circle, then I put the blanket over, then I put some toys in the middle, and then people can play with it. Nice fort.
Hey kids, want to learn the secrets to becoming a millionaire? Then I know a club that's just for you. Warren Buffett's Secret Millionaires Club on Qubo.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear.
There's been another burglary in the neighborhood. It's getting so you can't trust anybody these days.
Oh, I agree, Mrs. Brown. It's just terrible.
Go ahead. But just one, or you'll spoil your dinner.
I expect if I were a detective, I could catch that burglar in no time.
Oh, so it's detective you're playing at, is it? Then maybe you can solve the mystery of who put this marmalade stain on the new tablecloth.
That's easy. I did. You see, my first case, and it's already solved.
You won't believe what's happened. Someone's stolen my prize pumpkin.
Never mind, Henry dear. You've got several others just as good.
I do mind. And the others will never be as good. Not in time for the vegetable show next week.
Perhaps it was one of your competitors.
That's it? Of course. You know, I've a good mind to offer some kind of reward.
A reward? I set out to solve the case of the missing pumpkin. My first step was to visit Mr. Gruber at his antique shop. Mr. Gruber gave me a magnifying glass and an ink pad for taking fingerprints.
How are you getting on, Mr. Brown?
I'm afraid bears are good at making paw prints.
Well, here are some other things you might find useful. A police whistle, a notebook for writing down clues, and some invisible ink.
With all this equipment, I'm sure I'll be able to solve this case.
There's only one thing missing. Every good detective needs a disguise. Now, let's see what we have. No. I don't think so. Definitely not. Now, that's better. Perfect.
I decided to try out my disguise right away and find some clues. I was looking for a vegetable thief, so I thought the greengrocer's might be a good place to start. Excuse me, but have you noticed any missing pumpkins lately? The greengrocer wasn't very helpful. But then I remembered something Mr. Gruber said. The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. I had a perfect view of the back garden from my bedroom window. So that night, I lay in wait. I had all the necessary surveillance equipment, and I was determined to stay up all night if I had to. That's when I noticed something strange. When I flashed a light at the neighbor's house, someone flashed back. But the neighbors were away on holiday. It seemed very suspicious, so I decided to investigate. I knew where to find the key because Mrs. Bird was taking care of the plants while the neighbors were away. Hello? I was still looking for the missing pumpkin, so I went to check the refrigerator.
Huh?
I found cucumbers and tomatoes, but no pumpkin.
Henry! Henry, wake up! I think I just heard a police whistle.
I caught him! I caught the burglar! He's inside! I've got him trapped!
Now, slow down. Who's trapped?
The burglar! I put a chair under the doorknob so he can't get out.
Hey! Let me out of here! There is someone in there.
Careful. He's probably dangerous.
You just let us worry about that.
What's going on?
Right. Someone's got some explaining to do. Let me see if I've got this right. You were looking for a missing pumpkin and you saw lights coming from an empty house. So you put on a disguise and packed up your... what was it?
Marmalade sandwiches.
Right.
It's all here in my notebook.
These pages are all blank.
Well, of course. It's invisible ink.
That's it. We're taking you in.
Well, can I at least get my marmalade sandwiches? They're in the kitchen.
What the...
The super is never gonna believe this one. What a story. Trust Paddington to catch a burglar with marmalade sandwiches.
Well, I'm just glad it's over.
But what about my pumpkin?
Oh, I solved that case as well.
You did?
Of course. It was you, Mrs. Brown. You took the pumpkin.
What?
Oh, it's true, Henry. I'm sorry. I took the pumpkin by mistake. I didn't know you were going to enter it into the vegetable show. But how did you figure it out, Paddington?
Simple. Last night, you made pumpkin pie. So you see, Aunt Lucy, I solved the case after all, although Mrs. Bird confiscated my fingerprint pad. But not before I made one last paw print.
We're Thumbtack, the app that helps you find and book local pros instantly. People to teach your kid ballet, fix up your kitchen, cook for a party of 50, and make them dance. Find local pros for pretty much anything. Download Thumbtack today.
Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls.
There's no stopping the unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy.
You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. And we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
Boxy Girls.
Excited about the open house today?
Just gotta check my credit at Credit Karma first.
Checking will lower your score.
Checking your credit score with Credit Karma never lowers it at all. It's free.
Oh.
Credit Karma. Get knowing.
Snuggy Tails are the super fun, super cute, fully enclosed blankets that kids love. But kids aren't the only ones who love Snuggy Tails. Teens love Snuggy Tails. And even fun-loving moms love Snuggy Tails. Snuggy Tails are fun for the whole family. Ordinary blankets have gaps that let the cold air in. But Snuggy Tails are fully enclosed, so you stay much warmer. And on the inside, you won't believe how soft and cozy Snuggy Tails actually are. Whether you're a child, a teen, or an adult, you're gonna love your Snuggy Tail. You can go online to see the full selection. If you have a birthday or special holiday coming up, Snuggy Tails make the perfect $20 gift. You can order yours at SnuggyStore.com. That's SnuggyStore.com. $4.99 processing and handling. Must be 18 or older to order.
Some think she's a wild child. I know, that's my trouble. But she's just a spunky girl with a big imagination. I certainly have. Meet Pippi Longstocking. But you can call me Pippi. She can blow a ship out to sea and see the good in everything. Pippi outwits them all with ease and turns an average day into an awesome adventure. Hang with Pippi and be ready to expect the unexpected. Take a ride with Pippi Longstocking, only on Qubo.
This is Daniel Cook, and he loves to have fun. And he also loves to learn. Join Daniel Cook as he explores the world. Watch This is Daniel Cook, here on Qubo.
Mr. Gruber says Ireland is a magical place, rich in legend, myths, and some very strange customs.
That's the famous Blarney Stone, Mr. Brown. If you kiss it, you will magically receive the gift of eloquence. Thousands of people have been there before you.
Thousands? I don't think I fancy kissing it anymore. It's a good thing I've got something to take the taste away. Mr. Gruber told me that eloquence means you talk a lot. I wonder what Mrs. Bird would think about all this. She often says that bears should be seen and not heard.
Do you feel any different, Mr. Brown?
I was feeling dizzy. But I didn't want to disappoint Mr. Gruber in front of his friend.
Why don't you say something really beautiful and poetic?
There is no charge for kissing the Blarney Stone. Remove all loose valuables before doing so.
They do say there's poetry in everything, if you look hard enough. Would you like to kiss the Blarney Stone, Siobhan?
Oh, Grandfather, I'm too old for that silliness.
I didn't think kissing the Blarney Stone was silly. Just dangerous.
There's some marmalade.
Ah, Mr. Gruber. Before Siobhan's last birthday, she loved my old tales and the Irish legends.
I fear she may have forgotten about the part of her heart that wants to believe in such things as the Blarney Stone or leprechauns or Santa Claus.
Not believe in Santa Claus? Mrs. Bird takes me to see him every Christmas.
I wish there was some way to make Siobhan remember. Oh. Well, let's go home for supper. And I'll tell you a wonderful story about a leprechaun.
Great. Now, while I love stories about leprechauns, it was clear Siobhan didn't.
And that's when the young girl saw the leprechaun. Oh! She knew he'd show her where his treasure was hidden, but she had to keep staring at him, or he'd disappear into thin air.
I'm sure your hard stare would work very well on leprechauns, Mr. Brown.
If they existed. Grandfather's stories are okay, but I know leprechauns and fairies don't exist.
How do you know that?
Because I've never seen one. And you know what they say? Seeing is believing. Good night, Paddington.
Seeing is believing.
What? Oh, it's you, Mr. Brown. What are you doing?
Seeing is believing, Mr. Gruber.
It certainly is.
Siobhan said she doesn't think leprechauns are real because she's never seen one.
But if she did see one, she might believe in them again, and in all the old stories she used to love. Mr. Brown, you are a genius.
But I'm a bear.
There are times when that is one and the same thing. Come, we have work to do. You take the library, Mr. Brown, and see if you can find out what a leprechaun looks like.
Bears are good at finding out things.
Meanwhile, I will try to gather together some treasure.
Aha! The Leprechaun of Ireland. Legend has it that if you catch a leprechaun, he will lead you to a treasure, but take your eyes off him and he will vanish into thin air. At least you couldn't mistake him in a crowd. When you want to find out something, there's nothing like a good book. The trick is finding the right one. I wish Aunt Lucy could see me now.
You make a wonderful leprechaun, Mr. Brown. And this bucket of marbles looks like real gold. But whatever else you do, you mustn't speak, because that will give the game away. Now get some sleep. Tomorrow, we try to remind Siobhan about how much fun magic and stories can be. Good night, Mr. Brown.
I was looking forward to the morning. I'd never been a leprechaun before.
I wonder where Mr. Brown is. It's not like him to oversleep.
Please, can you go and see if he's awake, Siobhan?
Okay.
Oh, I overslept. I hope I'm not too late to be a leprechaun.
Paddington! Hey, what's been going on? I see you, Paddington. Hey, nice trick. I didn't know bears were so fast, but I bet I can still catch you. You're not a leprechaun, you know.
It was really Mr. Brown's idea. He just needed a little assistance here and there.
That's a very convincing costume. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was a real leprechaun.
Ha! There you are.
Back so soon, Mr. Brown?
But I've only just begun, Mr. Gruber.
It's nice to see you are taking your role seriously. You were very convincing before.
I didn't know what Mr. Gruber was talking about.
Where did he go?
Where did who go, Siobhan?
Paddington. He was in the library just now playing tricks, pretending to be a leprechaun.
In the library?
Here's our leprechaun. And his treasure.
Yes, but I wasn't in the library nor the kitchen before now. I've only just woken up. Being a leprechaun makes you hungry, especially if you haven't had breakfast.
But if that wasn't you in the library...
Or in here, then who?
A real leprechaun.
Look!
Where did he go?
Out the window!
But I'm sure I left it closed. He's gone. Do you think it was a real leprechaun, Mr. Gruber?
I'm not sure, Mr. Brown. But this will certainly make a great chapter in my book, The World and Its Wonders.
To think, thanks to Paddington, I've seen a real leprechaun.
And seeing is believing.
Good morning, Paddington.
Good morning, Judy.
What are you doing?
Do you remember the radio contest I entered, Judy? Well, the winner's supposed to be notified by this morning's post.
There, Paddington. There'll be other contests you can... What's this? A letter addressed to Paddington Brown.
Dear Mr. Brown, for correctly answering Lima as the capital of Peru, you have won tickets to the new play No Daughter of Mine, starring Cecily Bloom. A play!
Cecily Bloom. I haven't seen him on stage since I was a schoolgirl. Oh, he was so handsome.
Was is right. He's a great old bear of a man now.
Oh, old bear? I suppose he does look a bit like my uncle in Darkest Peru.
Not enough cheese. How am I to remember my lines when fed such meagre fare?
Yes, well, maybe we should go over some of those lines, Cecily. Now, your first line is, my daughter has yet to return.
Oh, how I hate opening nights.
I'd seen pictures of theatres before, but I'd never been inside one. I couldn't wait to see the stage. Although it looked as if I might have to. This is much better. It's lucky bears have good eyesight.
You can use those opera glasses. They're only 20p.
20p for a pair of opera glasses is very good value. They'll be handy for watching television at home.
You don't get to keep them. You put them back when you leave.
What? Shh! But 20p! My marmalade!
Oh!
Sandwich!
My sandwich daughter. My daughter has yet to return.
Her mother will be heartbroken.
Marmalade! Her marmalade will be heartbroken. Her mother will be heartbroken.
Don't worry, I have another one.
Oh, Father, please let me stay. Please let me stay.
No!
No!
Fancy Cecile turning his own daughter out into the cold. He's ignoring my hard stares. Perhaps it's because I'm using these opera glasses. Don't you worry, Judy. Mr. Brown would never treat you like that. Shh. There was only one thing to do. I had to tell the man that it wasn't his daughter's fault. She just made a mistake. And I'm a bear who knows about making mistakes.
Oh, Father!
Don't worry, Miss Bloom. Wait until I speak with your father.
My father? Oh, you mean Cecily. He'll be off at the end of the act.
Oh, why am I forced to do this thing? There must be a way to change these circumstances. But she, my only daughter, has disgraced and besmirched the family name.
I'll just wait for Cecily to come off stage and then tell...
What?
My line, my line!
I have cast my daughter from my home. May her cursed soul forever roam.
Why is Paddington on Cecily's bed?
Cast my daughter from my home. May her cursed soul forever roam.
You are a nasty man who should...
A ghost!
A ghost? Where?
There is nothing about a ghost in here. The ghost!
I'm not a ghost. I am Paddington Brown. And you are a hard-hearted father who won't even listen to his own daughter. You should come and stay at Mr. and Mrs. Brown's. They took me in, and I came all the way from darkest Peru.
What is so funny?
Don't you see, darling? Paddington believes you really are throwing me out into the world without a penny. It shows what a great actor you are.
Yes, of course. Quite an understandable mistake, especially for such an intelligent and cultured-looking bear.
You see, darling, we were only acting, but I shall always remember the brave bear who came to my rescue. Cecily, how about if...
I'm so sorry, Cecily. You see, Paddington tends to get a bit carried away. We'll just leave and let you get on with your play.
Nonsense. We have decided we need a ghost for the second act, and this young bear is a born actor. Never been so scared in my life.
Oh, Father, how can I ever thank you?
Don't thank me. Thank the ghost. The ghost. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to someone who has reminded me of the power of the theater and frightened me into remembering all my lines. Paddington Brown. Oh, I love opening nights.
And so do I, Aunt Lucy.
Cecily even gave me this autograph picture, which I am sending to you. To Paddington, from an old bear to a great one. Oh, Paddington, mi orso magnifico.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
I wish Grandma was here already.
Wish upon a bow. When you make a wish, you will see me glow.
Say hello to magical Wish Me puppies. Kiss their nose and their bow glows. Make a wish.
I wish I could have a party.
Blow a kiss, and it's lights out and dreams away. You can choose your favorite Wish Me puppy for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to wishme.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Yes, you can. You can earn your high school diploma from Penn Foster.
This was a second chance to come in and be able to achieve my goal, something I've always dreamed of.
At regionally and nationally accredited Penn Foster High School, you study online, on your time, at your pace.
The instructors are just amazing. I would definitely recommend the program.
And Penn Foster High School has flexible and affordable payment plans that can be customized to your needs.
Being able to get my education and still pay my bills is the best thing.
You can succeed. You can open new doors. You can graduate high school with Penn Foster.
It's never too late. I am 36 years old, and I've obtained my high school diploma. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
It's possible. You can be the next graduate.
And you can earn your high school diploma while taking courses to prepare you for the career of your choice.
Go to PennFosterHighSchool.com or call 1-800-376-0146.
They're sparkly, they're snuggly, shimmies, shimmies, shimmies. They glitz, glitter, and twinkle. They're soft, stylish animals. Don't forget the craziest part, you can create your works of art. Shimmies are stuffed animals covered in glittery sequins. Flip the sequins to create amazing designs. Design them over and over for endless fun. They're sparkly, they're snuggly, shimmies.
$19.99 with a free gift and free shipping. Colors and styles may vary. Must be 18 or older to order. Each sold separately.
Oh, ask me! Oh, ask me! Ask me! How old do you wish you were? 5 years old. 14? 20? 101. 2000. I wish I was 8. 16 years old. So I can ride my own bike. I wish I would be 10 because 10 years old get to do big people stuff which little people don't. I wish I was 10 because my friends are 10 and I could run faster. I wish I was 10 because I'd like to be big, but still to be a kid. 100! I wish I was a grown-up. I would like to be 1. I wish I was 13. I wish I was 25. I wish I was 100. You would be dead.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. Dear Aunt Lucy, today we went shopping. At least we tried to. Although he doesn't know it yet, Mr. Brown needs a new car.
Henry, why do you insist on hanging on to this old car?
Because, Mary, they knew how to make cars in those days. Just feel the quality of that. Oh, whoops. Left, Paddington.
Yes, Mr. Brown. I don't mind doing the turn signals for you because yours are on the blink.
You mean off the blink?
As you know, Aunt Lucy, I'm a big believer in coincidences. And when I read about a competition in which the first prize was a Rolls Royce, I just had to enter it for Mr. Brown's sake. All I had to do was think up a slogan for these delicious new currants. Mrs. Brown, does the taste of these currants remind you of anything?
Oh, they taste like cough syrup.
Yes, I thought it was just me. Mr. Brown?
Oh, turn here. Right, Paddington.
No, the high street's one way. Left, Paddington.
No, it's right.
Left.
There's someone here who wants to speak to you.
You see, Mr. Brown, if you drive all over the road, no one knows which way you're going.
Oh, but they do, officer. See? We signal with this.
Aha! Non-regulation indicators.
Oh, they're actually going to make me pay those tickets?
Paddington, there's a letter for you. It's from that current company.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown. The letter said, "Congratulations, you're a winner." I couldn't believe it. But I couldn't celebrate right away. I wanted to surprise the Browns.
I shall have to put myself at the mercy of the court.
Does anyone know where Pond Street is?
It's near where Mr. Brown's going. He'll take you. And Henry, none of this would have happened if you'd bought a new car, like I said.
Paddington Brown. I won. It says right here.
There must be some mistake. We've already awarded the Rolls-Royce to a gentleman from Scotland. He's picking it up this afternoon. Yes. You didn't read the small print. It's hard to make out, but trust me, you're not our grand prize winner. Oh, but you did receive a consolation prize. You and 9,999 others were sent bookmarks.
A bookmark isn't much consolation when you were expecting a Rolls-Royce.
Why don't I give you a crate of currants? We're trying to get rid of them.
But I don't even like currants. And I've eaten 15 boxes of them.
Between you and me, I don't know how you could stand them. Reminded me of cough syrup. May I ask what your slogan was?
A currant a day keeps the doctor away.
Well, in that case, after 15 boxes, you shouldn't need medical attention for quite some...
Inoperative horn, faulty brakes, and the turn signals don't work. It says here you were all over the road, Mr. Brown.
Well, all minor adjustments, Your Honour. And as for the turns, who could blame my wife if she was mixed up about the directions to the high street? And certainly the person who was doing the signals should not be blamed. He's from Darkest Peru.
Darkest Peru?
Let's just say it was an innocent mix-up.
Mix-up indeed. A mix-up that you ever got your driving license in the first place. But to show the accused leniency, I will order you to be retested immediately. An examiner will meet you shortly at your car. Oh, and Mr. Brown, I suggest you buy a new one.
It had been a busy morning, what with winning a Rolls-Royce and losing it all in the same day. I was in need of a little relaxation.
Are you Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Right, let's get started, shall we? Do you have a current license?
Current?
No, thank you. I've just got over a cold. Now, your license. Oh.
Oh, that's my marmalade sandwich.
A marmalade sandwich?
You like them too? Don't worry, I always keep an extra one under my hat in case of an emergency.
Let's get started. Please start the car.
I'll do my best. The only driving Mr. Brown usually lets me do is with my shopping basket on wheels.
Mr. Brown? But you are Mr. Brown, aren't you? Ah!
Well, yes, I am Mr. Brown, but so is Mr. Brown. He's the Mr. Brown who owns this car, but we both help drive it. He does all the steering and changing gears, and I look after the directions.
Right!
Yes, just like that. Now, since the turn signals aren't working, I usually use this big arrow in the back seat.
Oh, God, new car indeed. No.
Mr. Brown!
Hello?
Ah!
Left, Paddington! No! Right, Paddington.
Oh, there's Mr. Brown now. Shall we stop? He really is much better at this than I am. Oh dear, I think you've hit someone's car.
That's not someone's car! That's my car! Well, Mr. Brown, thank you for offering to pay for the repairs to my car. And you passed your driving test with flying colours. As for the other, Mr. Brown, here is a special S permit. It's for your shopping basket on wheels. It's a lifetime permit, so I trust we never see you here again. And, Mr. Brown, I think it's time you got a new car.
Everybody loves to play outside, but you can't always go. Now bring the fun indoors with a Bonobo playground that is never too rainy, too hot, too cold, and Mom is never too busy. Swing, climb, and play all day. Attaches in seconds and safely supports 300 pounds. It comes with 5 easy-to-use plug-and-play attachments. Swing, ladder, rope, trapeze, and rings. Installs in seconds. Just place in your door frame and tighten. No drilling, no holes, no damage, and it is safe.
I could swing on this forever and ever. Our home is a park.
It's a really great system. It costs a fraction of the price of an outdoor set.
It's a great thing to do right before dinner. Gets their energy out, gets their appetite ready for dinner, and I can get dinner made.
We love our indoor playground.
You can try the Gym One Bonobo Playground, including the core doorway unit plus swing, ladder, rope, trapeze, and rings for 30 days. Pay $19.95 shipping and handling. If you keep it, you'll pay $159.95 in 3 payments of $53.31. Must be 18 or older to order.
Every day, Zulily brings you something special.
This is the exact stroller I was looking for.
Karen, are you telling people?
No one knows I'm pregnant.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Zulily, something special every day.
Boxy Girls! Ready, set, unbox with the Boxy Girls. There's no stopping the unboxing. Shoes, bags, makeup, clothes. Unbox with Boxy. What's inside? Only Boxy knows. Unbox with Boxy. Are you ready to unbox with Boxy Girls? Each Boxy Girl comes with 4 luxury shipping boxes that you get to open with her. Willa's totally ready for the festival. Now, Nomi can go to lunch with her friends. That backpack is perfect for Riley to take to class. Those shoes go great with Brooklyn's party dress. You can unbox your Boxy Girl for $19.99 plus $8.99 processing and handling. Each comes with 4 different boxes. And as a Boxy bonus, we'll give you 3 mystery boxes to unbox free with your paid order. Plus, you can get the Boxy Girls Fashion Pack for $9.99 with free shipping. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order. Boxy Girls!
Here's George, and here's Martha, 2 very happy hippos. Watch all of their adventures and learn what makes their friendship so much fun, right here on Qubo.
We're a big, happy bug family.
Experience the wonders that nature has to offer. She's going to turn into a butterfly? Beautiful. Whoa. Be curious. Rainbow. That's pretty. Imaginative. Awesome! And learn life lessons. All for bugs. And bugs for all. Miss Spider's Sunny Bats Friends. Here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
We were visiting the Barbie Ranch in Montana in the United States to research a chapter for Mr. Gruber's book, The World and Its Wonders. So I decided to learn a little about steers. They breathe rather noisily when angry. They seem very attracted to the color red.
Mr. Brown, be careful!
And perhaps the most interesting fact of all, steers love marmalade.
I got the vermin. Now get going before you get hurt.
Thank you, sir. May I help by closing the gate?
My name's Billy Bob, and I don't need help from city folk.
He didn't sound very friendly, Mr. Gruber.
I think perhaps he has his mind on other things, Mr. Brown.
I don't believe that steer thinks Mr. Billy Bob is friendly either, Mr. Gruber.
You know, Mr. Brown, when I was your age, I used to dream of being a cowboy.
But who's going to teach us?
Why, the trail boss, of course.
The trail boss?
The trail boss is a seasoned veteran. I bet he'll be as rough and tough as they come.
You mean she'll be as rough and tough as they come? My name's Loretta, and this is my ranch. And I'd say you boys need some real cowboy duds. Good. Good enough, I suppose.
They wanted me to try on a 10-gallon hat, but I couldn't ever carry more than half a gallon on my head.
Well, that's all right. You can be my undercover cowboy and keep your eye out for cattle rustlers.
Cattle rustlers?
Your job is to protect my herd.
But who would want to steal your herd, Miss Loretta?
You never know in these parts.
And you won't know until it's too late.
Yeehaw! Right up, cowboy!
If you want to be a cowboy, Mr. Brown, you're going to have to learn to ride a horse.
I felt like pointing out that it was Mr. Gruber who wanted to be a cowboy, not me. But it was taking me all my time to stay in the saddle.
Giddy up, buckaroo. Rope a steer with your lasso. Giddy up, shout yahoo. You're a cowboy tried and true. A cowboy needs a horse to trust. A saddle, reins, and bit are a must. He always wears a wide-brimmed hat to keep the sun and rain off his face and back. To reach the stirrups is hard if you're small, but once you're up there, you really feel tall. Woo! Kick your heels to make him trot. Pull back on the reins when you want to stop. The cowboys work in all kinds of weather. Their job's to keep the herd together. If they travel long ways with the cattle, they might take a nap right there in the saddle. Woo! Giddy up faster now. Ride your horse and rope a cow. Buckaroo, shout yahoo! You're a cowboy tried and true. You're a cowboy tried and true.
Yee-haw!
Well done, Mr. Brown. You must tell me your secret.
Marmalade. It sticks anything to anything. Would you like to try some?
No, thank you, Mr. Brown. I'll race you around the corral. Yippee!
While you city slickers keep Loretta busy, I'm just gonna help myself to herd cattle.
Come on, shoo, shoo. Come on, shoo, shoo.
Good steer. Good steer.
We've got to be careful. This herd hasn't been branded yet. Once you've finished your bath, Billy Bob, don't forget to clean the stables.
Yes, Miss Loretta.
Now, to be a real cowboy, you've also got to learn how to lasso cattle. All right, now it's your turn.
No mistakes this time. I'm gonna get me that cattle.
I hope I don't rope myself.
Why, I'm gonna have to get Billy Bob to clean up this mess. In the meantime, let's go have some dinner.
Whew, wait. There's no getting by them city slickers.
Thank you, Loretta. Or should I say, much obliged.
Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. Why don't you two just do me a favor and make sure the cattle are all locked up?
Darn tooting, Miss Loretta. Mr. Gruber, what did Loretta mean when she said her herd hadn't been branded?
Ranches mark their cattle with a brand to identify them. Without the brand, there's no proving the cattle are yours if they get lost. Good night, Mr. Brown. Don't stay up too late. Cowboys are notoriously early risers.
Good night, Mr. Gruber. I was worried about Loretta's herd not being branded, so I decided to surprise her. We woke early the next morning for more cowboy training. But we had an unfortunate surprise instead.
Oh no, Mr. Brown. The herd, it's gone.
This was the work of a cattle rustler, boys, and I need your help.
Yeehaw! Come on, move! You are the laziest herd I've ever rustled.
Hand over that herd, you rustler.
Ha! You can't prove this is Loretta's herd. She didn't brand them.
But I did. Mrs. Bird often says that once my marmalade chunks are stuck to something, they never come off. So I branded the herd with my chunks last night. This is your herd, Miss Loretta. Ah. Good lasso, Mr. Gruber.
Well, you fellas may not be your average cowboys, but you certainly have a knack for it.
I think it's more a matter of marmalade than knack, Miss Loretta. Oh. Display windows are wonderful things to look at, Aunt Lucy. They always make me want to enter the store. But I suppose that's what they're supposed to do. And it must work, because going in is exactly what Mrs. Brown, Judy, and I were going to do.
Please make sure you stay close, Paddington. I don't want to lose you.
Oh, I wouldn't let you lose me, Mrs. Brown.
As promotions manager, Miss Pender, drawing customers through our doors is your job. This contest had better work. Business is terrible.
Barkridges will be full of shoppers in no time, Mr. Grundle. Just watch. Step inside, ladies and gentlemen. Barkridges is holding a mystery contest. Find the mystery jar, guess its weight, and win a prize.
Mrs. Brown, Judy, did you see the marmalade jar going down the escalator?
Oh, Paddington, you've got marmalade on the brain.
Perhaps it's because I missed my cocoa and buns with Mr. Gruber.
We'll meet you at the bottom of the escalator in half an hour, dear. Now, Paddington, we must go and let you try on some new clothes.
I'm very happy with my old ones, Mrs. Brown.
I take it the young, bear gentleman will not require this anymore, madam.
I certainly do. I've always had that hat. It was handed down to me by my uncle in darkest Peru. It's covered in reminders.
Well, there you are. Perhaps you have something nice in the way of a coat.
It won't be easy. We don't normally cater for bears. It's the legs, you know, and the arms, and the... But rest assured, madam, as ever, Barkridges will rise to the occasion.
It's not as if he has to go to work in the city, so he doesn't want anything too smart.
There, fits like a glove.
Bears don't wear gloves. They have fur. How about this one, Mrs. Brown?
That looks the very thing. But isn't the hood a trifle large?
Hoods are being worn large this year, madam. It's the latest fashion. But it's the same coat.
And it's perfect.
Ooh, look at the time. Judy will be waiting for us.
Look, Mrs. Brown.
Ah! We're falling.
We're not falling, Paddington. Lifts give you a funny sensation.
Some things are funny ha-ha, and some things are funny peculiar. If you ask me, lifts are definitely funny peculiar. Especially after a big breakfast.
Oh, dear, Paddington. You're quite pale.
I feel sick.
Will you be all right here for a few minutes while I look for Judy?
I don't know if I'll be all right, but I shall do my best.
Not a customer in sight, except for a lone bear. Mr. Grundle will not be pleased.
When I woke, there was a lovely cool breeze on my whiskers, so I decided to find out where it was coming from. Then it happened. Suddenly, all the lights went out. I had to get outside, where it was light.
Paddington was right. I must find him and Mummy and show them.
I could practically count the number of customers on one hand.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a lady with a bear.
That makes two less. A lady and a bear? Disappeared, have they?
I don't know. Paddington does have a habit of getting lost.
Have no fear, young lady. It won't be too hard to find them. Barkridge's is having one of its off days.
I couldn't believe it. It was dark outside, too. I wondered if we were in for a storm. Then it seemed as though the entire sky had fallen on me.
Sir, Barkridge's is holding a super mystery contest.
It's incredible!
He'll have my head. Come on, let's go inside and see what they have.
Welcome! Welcome to Barkridge's. That's it, step right in. There's room for everyone.
Why, you ruffian!
But I'm not a ruffian. I'm a bear.
Oh, my. What's going on, Paddington?
I was only tidying up the window.
Tidying up, indeed. I'm sure the police will like to hear about the mess you created.
I think you'll find this...
Is this one of your promotional tricks, Miss Pender? Because if it is, I don't like it.
But, sir, it's not one of my promotional tricks.
Then we should have this bear arrested for all the havoc he's created.
It may not be a promotional trick, but it certainly worked. Look!
That's what I wanted to tell you, sir.
Good work, Miss Pender. And thank you, Bear. Barkridge's would like to show its gratitude. If there's anything in the store you would like, anything, just say the word.
I told the manager the word was marmalade, and he gave me the prize jar.
See, Mummy? Paddington was right.
He also said I could dress their windows for them anytime I liked.
But I don't think I shall for a while. It's a very muy grande jar, Aunt Lucy, and window dressing can be quite painful.
And speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind.
What comes with 28 boxes, 33 fashion surprises, and 2 exclusive Boxy Girls, Everly and Stevie? The Boxy Girls Big Box. More surprises, more fun, more excitement, more fashion, in a big box way. You can get your Boxy Girls Big Box for $29.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online to boxygirls.com. Clothing and accessory styles may vary. Must be 18 years or older to order.
The unboxing Boxy Girls. Single pets, the brush in a plush.
Now turn crying time to quality time. Introducing Tangle Pets, the fun, lovable detangling solution that combines a brush with a plush. As seen on TV, Lori Grenier's product, Tangle Pets, has unique wet-dry bristles that are firm yet flexible to effortlessly detangle hair. You can choose your favorite character at tanglepets.com for $14.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Flip-a-zoo! The Flip-a-zoo magic begins when you flip to Flip-Quins. With a simple wave of your hand, Flip-a-zoo shimmer and shine. Flip starry unicorn to sparkling dragon. Then flip the Flip-Quins and the coat magically changes. Write messages that sparkle bright. You can get your Flip-a-zoo Flip-Quin for $14.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling. And you'll get a little Flip-a-zoo free with your paid order. Each sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
Cozy wings, cozy wings. Wrap around, flap around, nap around. Cozy wings.
Cozy Wings! The wraparound magical wings that let you be anything. The double-sided super soft microfiber surround you in cozy warmth, so you're safe and sound while you nap around. You can choose your style of cozy wings for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. You can go online at buycozywings.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Cozy wings. Oh, ask me. Ooh, ask me. Come on, ask me.
What's the best thing about going to the dentist? The best thing about going to the dentist is you get to play games at the front. The best thing about going to the dentist is the toys. Bracelets, stickers, even stuffed animals. But little ones, you get toys. Toys. 5 toys. Oh, I know that. Because when you go to the dentist, after the dentist looks at your teeth, after he gives you something. He gives you like a toy and a new toothbrush. Oh, you got a cavity. Ow. And don't worry. Here, have some milk and it'll make you feel much better. It'll make you cover your cavity. Okay? Now you have to get your teeth filled in. Okay? Throw water in and then Mr. Sucky Man will suck it all out. He's just air. And I'll spit it all out in the big sink. There you go. And now here's a lollipop. And now go home. Go on, little girl.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. His very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. I was not having a particularly good day, Aunt Lucy. It was Mr. Brown's birthday, and I'd spent all the morning trying to think what to get him as a present. Some people are just not easy to buy things for, and it was too late to make anything. Besides, I wanted it to be something special, and not only special, but cheap as well.
I'm Marilyn Maid, and if you're looking for an inexpensive, unusual way to delight someone on a special occasion, then Marilyn's Made in Heaven giftograms is the place for you.
Giftograms? I'm on my way, Mrs. Maid. I had found a solution to my problem, even if I didn't know what a giftogram was.
You don't know what a giftogram is? Why?
Why, a giftogram can be anything you want it to be. Now, what's the occasion?
It's Mr. Brown's birthday, and I've run out of ideas.
Ah, then you've come to the right place. I take it Mr. Brown is someone special?
Very, Mrs. Maid.
Now, let's see. What kind of giftogram do you think Mr. Brown would like?
Balloon-a-gram, joke-a-gram, or singing telegram. A giftogram's a special way to send a message to a friend. Balloonograms are funny and hard to ignore. People burst with laughter as they float right through the door. Joke-a-grams are meant to make you have a laughing fit. Without a sense of humor, they might do the opposite. To send a singing telegram, you surely can't go wrong. It's great to get a message delivered in a song. Balloon-a-gram, joke-a-gram, or singing telegram. A giftogram's a special way to send a message to a friend. Use your imagination and send one to a friend.
And the balloon-a-gram, the joke-a-gram, the flamenco-o-gram, and one singing telegram.
But no opera, please.
Right. Well, you've certainly got the works here. And how will you be paying for these giftograms?
With this. Mrs. Maid said I only had enough money to sing one word. And I didn't think birthday would make Mr. Brown feel very happy. I was getting desperate. I needed to find a way to pay for the giftograms. Urgent. Model needed. Top rates paid.
Superb! Such force! You have captured the very essence of a blue banana. Ah, welcome to my class. Have you come to enroll?
No, thank you. I've just had a marmalade sandwich. But I did see your sign.
Between you and me, we're getting a little tired of painting fruit, and every time I turn my back, someone's eating it. Students, prepare yourself for a challenge. Anyone who can capture those whiskers in oil will have their work cut out.
Capture my whiskers in oil? But they're not even loose.
We shall need our burnt umber, with perhaps a touch of orange madder here and there.
Orange madder? But that's Mrs. Bird's best marmalade.
Enough dilly-dallying. It's time for you to start modelling.
I'm very good at modelling. I've often helped Jonathan with his aeroplane models.
That's not what I mean. I want you to pose.
Yes, of course. How?
That's it! The thinker! Marvellous!
But I haven't thought of anything.
Then how about something famous like the Venus de Milo in the Louvre Museum? Except, of course, her arms have been broken off.
How unfortunate. Then the museum should buy a new one as soon as possible before anyone notices.
Enough! Just stand perfectly still. Do not move!
I soon realized that standing perfectly still was easier said than done.
Drat. And I just had his folds perfect.
My folds? Standing still really builds up a bear's appetite. I had to pose all afternoon. And then a fly became interested in some marmalade on my whiskers.
Mr. Marsh, how can I paint a masterpiece when your model keeps moving?
Stop! This is a disaster! You're wasting our time! Here is your salary.
But your sign said you paid top rates.
For professional models.
Things had not worked out at all, and no one seemed to care. Except for Mr. Gruber.
This hot cocoa should cheer you up a bit.
But the person I want to cheer up is Mr. Brown. I don't suppose he's ever had a giftogram before, but I can't afford it. Oh, I just never seem to have enough pocket money.
Mr. Brown, I have an idea.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Bravo!
Done, Paddington.
What a surprise! A singing telegram. How original.
I could do an encore if you like.
No! I mean, that won't be necessary, Paddington, and thank you. What an unusual birthday present.
I had done it, Aunt Lucy, all by myself. And then, you know what? It was my turn for a surprise.
Good night, Paddington.
Good night, Paddington.
Good night, and happy birthday again, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Paddington. Oh, and by the way, I've been thinking. The price of buns is going up all the time, so, I've decided to raise your weekly pocket money.
You have? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Brown.
Henry, you're right. As long as Paddington's been living with us, we've never given him a raise in his pocket money. What made you think of it?
A little bird told me. Well, maybe not so little. That wise old owl, Mr. Gruber, gave me a call.
Introducing Surprise-A-Mals. Pop goes each surprise-a-ball.
So many different animals.
You can collect them all. Surprise-A-Mals are cute, cuddly stuffed animals. There are so many different ways to play and so many to collect. Now with Mama and Baby too. They're so much fun.
Surprise-A-Mals. Which one will you get?
From Beverly Hills Teddy Bear, each sold separately.
Hi, I'm Oleg. I use thumbtacks so much, they asked me to be in a commercial. I got my hedges trimmed.
I got my carpets cleaned.
I even remodeled my entire kitchen. Just download the Thumbtack app and get prices from local pros for free. Thumbtack.com.
Kinetic sand.
It's so squeezy good, you'll think you're at the beach. You can squish it, mold it, squeeze it, and shape it.
It feels like wet beach sand.
It's everything you need to build real sand castles at home. You can get the Kinetic Beach Sand Set for $18.99 plus $5.99 processing and handling. You can go online at www.kineticsandbeach.com to find out more. Must be 18 years or older to order. Additional sand sold separately.
On this week's episode,
Watch out for the mailbox. Nice work, buddy. This is fantastic. All right.
We just got renewed for 5 more seasons.
When it's time to move, Credit Karma can help you build your credit.
I wish Grandma was here already.
Wish me, wish upon a bow. When you make a wish, you will see me glow.
Grandma! I wish it would stop raining.
Wish me, wish upon a glow. Blow a little kiss, send a magic wish. Only you will know.
say hello to magical Wish Me puppies, the soft and sweet pets that let you wish upon a bow. Kiss their nose and their bow glows. Make a wish.
I wish I could have a party.
Blow a kiss, and it's lights out and dreams away. You can choose your favorite Wish Me puppy for $19.99 plus $9.99 processing and handling. And don't forget to find out about the Wish Me unicorns. You can go online to wishme.com. Each sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Wish me, wish upon a bow.
Follow the life of Tommy.
I won't let you give up.
And his alien pals.
It's nice to meet you.
Dinko, Gumpers, Swanky, Scruffy, and Flip.
You, Tommy, in glorious celebration of our wonderful best friendship together.
Go out into the world and find your special pets.
Pet Alien, here on Qubo. For more information, go to Qubo.com.
I was helping Mr. Gruber type up the latest chapter of his book, The World and Its Wonders. Though it's a bit difficult with paws. Where's the W again, Mr. Gruber?
Right next to the...
Thank you, Mr. Gruber. Mr. Gruber and I were just back from Canada and the Winter Carnival in Quebec City. In February, there are carnivals all over the world. Venice, Rio de Janeiro, New Orleans. And if Quebec's carnival isn't the oldest, it must be one of the coldest.
Are you sure you are warm enough, Mr. Brown?
Well, you said we were going to an ice palace.
Yes. Let me just check this map and...
It's beautiful.
Qui êtes-vous?
Ah!
Je suis Bonhomme. I'm ambassador of the Winter Carnival. And this palace is my home.
I'm sorry I didn't knock before I came in. I'm Paddington Brown from darkest Peru and 32 Windsor Gardens, London.
I'm so happy to welcome my first visitor, especially one all the way from London and darkest Peru. Come, it is time to officially open the Carnival. Bienvenue tout le monde! My friend Paddington and I declare the Quebec Winter Carnival open!
Why, Mr. Brown, where have you been?
At Mr. Bonham's house.
This will be wonderful for the world and its wonders. What were your impressions of the Ice Palace, Mr. Brown?
Very icy. And very hard.
Speaking of which, Paddington, you must enter the ice sculpture contest. Well, I'm off. I have a parade to lead.
Making a sculpture out of ice was a lot harder than I thought. And well, I'm afraid Mr. Gruber wasn't the best model.
I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
Oh, Mr. Gruber, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Paddington, may I give you a petit word of advice? Sculpt something you know and love.
Careful. It's getting stickier because of the cold.
It can't be too sticky when it comes to marmalade, Mr. Gruber.
Hurry, Mr. Brown. The judges are coming.
Too small.
Too small.
There, Mr. Brown. I think your sculpture is lovely.
Something is missing.
Something's missing.
Something was missing.
Oh, regardez, look!
Mais c'est magnifique!
First prize! And what is the title of your masterpiece?
Man contemplating a
marmalade sandwich.
First prize. This'll be a wonderful shot.
Merci. Thank you very much. My name is Bernard, and you are...
Paddington Brown. Bernard. That's a nice name.
Well, Paddington, you and I make a great team.
Teamwork. That's like me and Mr. Gruber. I get into trouble, adventures, and...
I write about them for my book.
Say, how would you two like to help me in the canoe race?
Ooh.
Still trying to make up a team, eh, Bernard? You must be getting desperate.
Desperate? I wonder what he meant by that.
That's Selvin. He is so rude, just because his team has won the canoe race for the last 10 years.
10 years? That's too much for anyone. Do you feel like lending a paw, Mr. Brown?
Why not, Mr. Gruber? I soon found out why not. That's where we're going canoeing. What about all the ice?
That's why we need you at the front of the canoe, to direct us around the ice floes.
And these wetsuits are in case we fall in the water.
I think I would sooner have a dry suit and stay on land.
So, young bear, want to make the race a little more interesting?
I think this is quite interesting enough, thank you.
No, I mean, shall we make a little bet on who will win the race?
Oh, why, yes, I will make a bet. I bet 1 pot of Mrs. Bird's finest marmalade for,
For 1 jug of Quebec's finest maple syrup.
The race was suddenly very serious.
À vos marques? Prêt?
This way! That way! That should have been this way. This is like boating and tobogganing. Ah!
Mr. Brown!
The winner, Paddington's team, by a nose.
What a team! Paddington, you were brilliant!
This will be a wonderful shot for the world and its...
Teamwork really does count, though it's too bad Mr. Gruber caught that nasty cold when he fell in the St. Lawrence River.
Ready, Mr. Brown?
Ready, Mr. Gruber? I won the maple syrup, and believe it or not, it's even stickier than marmalade.
Oh!
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn king. Peace on earth and mercy mild, joyful all ye nations rise. Oh dear. Dear Aunt Lucy, yesterday, Judy and Jonathan and I decided to go around singing carols to collect money for the children's Christmas party at the hospital. This is terrible. All I've collected is this. Perhaps I should join forces with you again.
No! What we mean is your luck is bound to improve, Paddington. We can visit more houses and collect more money if we go separately.
Then I'll try this one.
Good luck! And remember to signal with your flashlight if you get into trouble.
As if I would get into any trouble. With all the noise, I didn't think the people would hear my singing, so I decided to knock.
Thank goodness you've come.
Hark the herald. Oh.
I was beginning to get quite worried. And Mrs. Smith-Chumley.
You call this a kitchen? It is more like a refuge. Where are the saucepans?
I'm Paddington Brown.
Have you done much waiting?
Oh, no. I've only just got here.
I mean, have you had any previous experience waiting?
Well, I had to wait for the bus the other day.
These pens are disgraceful. Where am I supposed to chop my vegetables?
I suppose you'll have to do. Come along. Here's your £10.
£10? Thank you very much. Mrs. Smith-Chumley had been so generous, I decided to sing extra loudly for her. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to...
Stop! Please. In here.
Aha! You have arrived at last. Off with your coat. And out with your arms. Quick, quick! Get cracking with your mulligatonis.
My what?
Mulligatawny soup!
What a delightful idea, having a bear for a waiter.
Yes, it makes a nice change, doesn't it?
The chef, Vladimir, was the strangest man.
Quick, quick!
But he didn't seem the kind of person you could argue with.
Here, let us help you.
Thank you. It's a bit difficult with paws.
Speaking of paws, you've got one of yours in my soup.
Oh, that's all right. It isn't very hot.
Huh?
Waiter, what is this fly doing in my soup?
Are you sure it's a fly? It looks more like some of my fur.
This has never happened to I, Vladimir, before. I shall bring you another bowl of soup, madam.
It's all right, Vladimir. She can have mine.
Phew.
No more! I, Vladimir, who have cooked for the crowned heads of Europe. I, Vladimir, am reduced to this. Waiting! All the time I am kept waiting. My soup, it is cold. My beautiful steak, it is ruined. It is up to you now. In the saucepans, you will find the vegetables. You may serve everything as you see fit. I, Vladimir, no longer care. Good night!
I wanted to do my best for Mrs. Smith-Chumley. After all, she'd given me £10. What?
There's baked Alaska for dessert. I want it to be a special surprise for my guests. If there's anything wrong with it, I shall insist on getting my money back.
I couldn't lose the money for the children's Christmas party. Vladimir hadn't told me where the dessert was, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I couldn't find the recipe either. Aha! I couldn't imagine why Mrs. Smith-Chumley wanted to surprise her guests with this dish, but it was her party.
Ladies and gentlemen, dessert is served. Ta-da! Ah! What is that?
Baked elastic, just as you ordered.
Baked elastic?
This seemed to me to be a good time to signal for help.
It can't.
I think I'll pass.
Baked elastic.
Honey bear. Do you actually mean you baked elastic bands?
He didn't realize it was baked Alaska, and that's when he signaled to us with his flashlight. Luckily, I've helped Mrs. Bird make baked Alaska lots of times.
But not with marmalade.
Baked Alaska with marmalade. I don't suppose we've got any spare ice cream on hand. Or marmalade.
Hooray!
Mrs. Smith-Chumley liked our baked Alaska a la marmalade so much, she gave me an extra £5 for the children's Christmas party. You might want to try the recipe. So, first, you take 1 large pot of marmalade.
Funny how all of Paddington's recipes start the same way.
And speaks his mind, but troubles never